Yeah, my dear, on the beat.
I see mommy Nkechi, a rapper don't tell she the new for grave where my uche de Papa Emeka. Don't blind from growing, Pekin don't fall, now watch up I'm raw. Please have they shake my hand no feel. Yesterday we laughed, today now just we more. If we don't stop this night where we they share, tell me who go sing for the ones we know they.
She need the voice from under the soil. Brother, no let my blood turn to oil. Little Ada they ask where my papa go. Her small hand they shake, she no sabi this woe. I beg, my people see this fire we burn. Now our house they blaze, now our future they turn. We go tell their ghosts we no go fail you. If we hold this love, that death go burn you.
No, make we try, yo. Back up in the day.
I beg my people see this fire we burn. Now our house they blaze, now our future they turn. We go tell their ghosts, we no go fail you. If we hold this love, that death go burn you.
Oh, make we try, oh.
Back up joins with a trembling, oh, hey. If we no join our children.
I see mommy Nkechi, a rapper don't tell she the new for grave where my uche de Papa Emeka. Don't blind from growing, Pekin don't fall, now watch up I'm raw. Please have they shake my hand no feel. Yesterday we laughed, today now just we more. If we don't stop this night where we they share, tell me who go sing for the ones we know they.
She need the voice from under the soil. Brother, no let my blood turn to oil. Little Ada they ask where my papa go. Her small hand they shake, she no sabi this woe. I beg, my people see this fire we burn. Now our house they blaze, now our future they turn. We go tell their ghosts we no go fail you. If we hold this love, that death go burn you.
No, make we try, yo. Back up in the day.
I beg my people see this fire we burn. Now our house they blaze, now our future they turn. We go tell their ghosts, we no go fail you. If we hold this love, that death go burn you.
Oh, make we try, oh.
Back up joins with a trembling, oh, hey. If we no join our children go so.
It's plain to see. If you want freedom, take pride in your country. If you want democracy, hold on to your sovereignty. And if you want peace, love your nation. Wise leaders always put the good of their own people and their own country first. The future does not belong to globalists. The future belongs to patriots. The future belongs to sovereign and independent nations who protect their citizens, respect their neighbors, and honor the differences that make each country special and unique. It is why we in the United States embarked on an exciting program.
Now therefore, the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic Government in exile, His Excellency Eba Simon Jaku, by virtue of the authority and pursuant of the issues and principles recited above, do hereby solemnly proclaim that the territory and region under the 40 confederating states of Biafra, together with her continental shelf and territorial waters, shall henceforth regain her independence and act as an independent sovereign state with the name and title of the United States of Biafra.
Thank you. We have heard of all the grievances that have been read here today. The untold hardship of our people that they have gone through, the lives that the lives that have been lost, the lives that we are still losing. As a member of cabinet, I stand here to affirm, on the basis of the grievances and of the referendum, for our forefathers, for this generation, for the next generation to come, I affirm the declaration and restoration of the United States of Biafra.
na bose vive na kiti enui na tulaje bwana mabuli vemelem kuja otibe kwa tulane bovo Timolugo no nugodo kokodo nyano be hule Dani mona tunilu Naya kalakana kwa lerinu mwangulu Ngula matali woso jere futamba kanjuba diali Ama abulezi okwenu Nabakala kelwego nezi enwe Nuboti akala kelwego nudezi Makana baba neno waralu nunuteyi Umu Biafra kunyenwe Umu Biafra kunyenwe Unanu kwa ni mono nuno mono nezi biakenenwe Ono nenu lira tono nanda kulugu seji tono nugu banatayi Kanyi wele fobi wena tabanu banyo Makana njuko no 1 million we bofu wa mabulezi okwe Naka ni kwata milake kwa wacha sienyi kakesu ezo pabule bewelo tamanu Umu Biafra kuyenwe Kanyi wele fobi wena tabanu banyo Makano fobi abakama Nana nugo noe Umu Biafra na bekele umunina Nkabo nkanyi Wadati na ijele wanyi bekele mi Akwage bulu kwekene na fande otu Biafra is our hope And the Biafra is our religion Nkodi na wata chieza muno bibu onye iwere Wesi ekene rugio Adumegwo chukwu Ikemba one of Biafra land Mmangu bem Adawunele kala ya dike Mafondi mojiri diebu Bebya debi chevele mmangu bem Abuzikwo dokweji mali Igbo nini Adagwaji malo Biafra biya Adumegwo chukwu Opagisi ekene logi Filipu Efyong Abuzikwa nwoke kwuloku wekusi okwu si na Biafra ekunye Na ya bụ Biafra ya tolugo wenata Una bụrụ na ya bụ Biafra ekunyigo N'ọkụ ọgụli nwata n'aka na ele Opagisi ekene logo onye ndu Maazị Nnamdi Kanu Amadike Biafra kedebe n'olike Amadike Biafra bialulu
She has no jurisdiction to try me. None whatsoever. I came out of
Opagimo foye tilindilo mbadangula hunis
accused from my case and cannot try my case.
Amadike
There are things that are happening in this country that a lot of you do not
Amadike
know. It is my duty to make that very, very clear to all of you today. Because the lies are too much. The lies are too much. I sent a petition to the NJC for personal gain. Her son and her husband are facing corruption charges. They told them that if they convict me, this is what happens. Nobody wants to do That's the problem. They sent her to my case. So they
Biafra government Ndi no na exile cabinet bi anolo numwe Ono ekene unu jisinu ikene Na chukwu na ndana ya agba unu ube Maka na onye solobia ya atọ ka ịmalụ ga-enu eyi Jisienu ike Ekene lomo ndi Biafra Liberation Army umu chukwu Di agents of Biafra land bekene nwe The great oracles of Biafra na nwe Anu wekene unama Na nunu jisi ike nolu Chukwu ya gba unu ume Ụmụ Chukwu enu Asị ekene ya the Prime Minister H.E. Maazị Simon Weba Abụzikwa Batobi Otu elili ụmụ Biafra bịa n'ụlọ Anonganga piotembe wile name
Your man doesn't show you, you will not see.
Kudwa komili na kwa lulu
Yes.
Mwana kwa mubia kenelio Odagiri dimu
All the guys send their son to you remember well.
Ose fulu dilo bia lulu Makwale na kosa de maranya Mweji mwagu kojilo sinodilo kasojilo yatiji sojilo walasa Muzikwe wabatobi Ogada gididi kebya nunu Mweji wekwala niyo Tunine tuku nyere ndị Biafra na n'ụlọ n'ụlọ bekele gị asị m na ya adịrị ndị Biafra niile na mma asị na ya adịrị ụlọ niile na mma ma ndị anyị na-akpọrọ nwa n'owutere anyị wee rie nne ma ndị anyị na-akpọ na n'udo n'ọnwụ maka na mgbe na-abọ ka ekwe na-agbọ dike ọgbọ ya na ndụ ọgbọ ya n'ọnwụ n'obi ife onye edebeli na-edere n'ụwa ma abụrụ ife emere eme a good legacy will last forever ma abụrụ ife emere eme and the remembrance of my bullets you.
Language of heaven, the very oldest language on the face of this very earth. Chukwu okike abịa mapụrụ m ihe niile Chineke na onye ndị nsọ na-efe wee na-akpụ isi ala nye onye anyị na-agọzi aha nsọ ya mgbe niile onye anyị na-aja mma wee na-eto anyị enweghị iche ọzọ ewezuga gị anyị anaghị efe arụsị ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye kere ihe niile kere eke mana onweghị onye kere ya ọ bụ ya mere ndị gboo ji wee na-etu gị ebighị ebi ndị nsọ na-agba oche eze gị okirikiri ha na-akpụ isi ala nye gị ọbụladị ndị okenye oru abụọ na anọ bụ ndị na-atụ mkpọ ọla edo na ala ha niile si na-ede nsọ Chineke nna nke igwe n'ụtụtụ a ehihie abalị n'ụwa niile bụ ebe ụmụ gị gbasasịrị ka ụkpaka nna nke ebere dị ngọzi ka anyị na-akpọkọta ha eze ebube onye ime eluigwe wee na-arịọ gị ma mma gị na ebere gị amara gị na ọmịiko gị ebe ndị gị nọ anyị wee na-arịọ ka iru gị wee chaa n'ebe anyị nọ anyị wee na-arịọ gị ezi ebube dị ngọzi ka igwe tinye ọgbaghara n'etiti ndị iro ka ha rabụ ndị kụziri ka ha wee megide anyị onye nwe m na Chineke nna dị nsọ ka aka nsị ndị dị etu a wee baa ha ọnụ ije obodo ekwensị bụ zuu wee laa ya n'iyi anyị wee na-arịọ gị onye na-adịgide ma ruo mgbe ebighị ebi biko nụ ka iwe mee ka Biafra wee bịa ọsọ ọsọ nna nke bịara na ụmụ gị atakwala n'ahụhụ anyị wee na-arịọ gị ka iwe na anyị ezi echiche na amamihe mmekọrịta nwanne na nwanne ịdị n'otu ọganiru ịhụnanya nke pụrụ iche onye nwe m na Chineke nna ka iwe tinye ụmụ gị ezi mmụọ nke eziokwu ma wezụga anyị aka ajọ ihe n'ime ndụ anyị nna nke bere dị ngọzi ka ọ ga-abụ n'ikpeta maazị na Biafra ga-abịa anyị ga-aja gị mma wee too gị wee gọzie aha nsọ gị kpee isi ala nye gị bulie aha nsọ gị elu site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị ebi ka a na-arịọ gị ise ise ise. This very morning, all of you, I believe that those who are watching know who we are and why we do what we do. My name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra all over this very planet Earth, the director of Radio Biafra and Biafra Television, and by the very special grace of the Most High Elohim, Chukwu Kikabia Mapurumi Henine, servant of the wonderful people of Biafra. We are live and we are direct this very morning, afternoon, or night, depending on where you are. And we start this very day by making it abundantly clear that the greatest enemy of a black man is the way that we reason. If not that the way we reason is very, very abhorrent, there is no need or reason why we should be suffering and complaining every blessed day without the courage to do something about it. Biafra must be defended at all cost. At all cost. It is the land of God, given to his children for their eternal habitation. We may have failed in the past to recognize this very fact, but now that this generation has come, there is nothing anybody can do to stop us from restoring the kingdom of God upon the face of this very earth in the land of Biafra, without apologies to anybody. The Fulani approach to the zoo called Nigeria is called the devil's alternative. Fulani, they have this two-pronged approach to the issue of one Nigeria. If they collapse you through banditry, they will overrun you because they believe they have superior weaponry right now. And all of them are in this game together. That's number one. If you sue for peace, which idiots like Omahi are doing, if you sue for peace, they will also get what they're looking for because they will plant Ruga in every local government area. The devil's alternative, whichever option you choose, men are going to die. Men will die. It doesn't matter the option you choose. If you wait for them to do things peacefully, which they will never do, they are going to kill you anyway because they'll be Ruga. And you allow them to forcibly take over your land, you are taken over, they will take it by force. and Fulani will plant their people in your local government areas. That in the next 100 years, you'll be hearing about Olo Emirates. And then we'll be like Hausa people. Our great grandchildren will now ask their parents, what happened? They will tell you, oh no, there was somebody called Hope. He was playing politics. He loved Nigeria. There was one called Umahi. He loves Fulani. He used to be our brother. But then we are gone. As a race, we are finished. And I said to these fools, Fulani Caliphate is dealing with you people, but you don't know it. They are like the vulture. Nigeria is pregnant. If Nigeria dies during the pregnancy, they benefit. Nigeria gives birth to their Ruga, which they want, a new Nigeria, which they want, is also to their benefit. The only people aiding and abetting them are these quislings, the fulefus from the East, intellectuals, and sophisticated morons from the West. Ojukwu negotiated restructuring. What happened? They came back and they said no. Ojukwu said, okay, so you want to continue to kill my people all over the place? No. Because of that, I'll declare Biafra. Today, they have brainwashed all of you with the perverse notion and thinking that somehow Ojukwu is responsible for causing a war, when opposite is the case. That Gowon was the aggressor, not Ojukwu. That's how Nigeria is. Always blaming the victim. And we lost over 5 million people during that very genocidal war. They killed over 5 million Biafrans. They wanted to wipe us away from the face of this very earth. But we survived it. And we are here today. Those they gave birth to, they have come, and this time with a wrath that you cannot even begin to imagine. And
what we are pursuing is a part of pressure, relentless pressure, to ensure that Biafra comes. How are we going to employ that pressure? There are only two ways to get your freedom in the history of the whole world. Freedom can be gotten only two ways. One is through the ballot box. In other words, people will contest and they will have Biafra Nationalist Party. Yes, as they have in Scotland. And then we vote for them. When they then go to the house or maybe go to Abuja, they will say, we are here under the mandate of Biafra Nationalist Party. Because of that, we want to go and conduct a referendum in order for us to be free. The other way, you fight. Either you go through the ballot box or you fight. Which option are we choosing? We have chosen to fight.
All the Finnish authorities to release Mazi Simon Ekpa immediately. Our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa Joko, has not committed any offense. Therefore, we demand for his immediate release. Free Mazi Simon Ekpa and free him now. No hand must stop Mazi Simon Ekpa from exercising his duty as a free man. Free Mazi Simon Ekpa.
For those of you who do not understand what we are doing, we are fighting for our freedom. And I believe that everyone in this life and in this world, wherever where you are, the country where you reside in, have a history. Now, I want every one of us here today and those who will listen to this particular speech to note one very important fact. Nigeria state came into being through conquest. This is a fact that nobody can change. Nigeria came into existence through conquest. And the forceful imposition of foreign rule, which denied the indigenous people in Niger area the opportunity to negotiate and choose what they wanted. That is the problem. We have lived with this foreign rule and this forceful union for decades, over 100 years. That is the problem. Now, I want everyone listening to me today to also understand that after this forceful union of Nigeria, called the amalgamation, successive regime, both before and after the shambolic independence, continue to hold the state together in a similarly forceful manner, the same pattern and the methodology that the conquest and invasion and the colonizers came in with. They thought by the forceful and the barrels of the gun, they will continue to kill people for the unity of Nigeria. That also is the problem today. So, this impression that they are creating, that the country must remain as crafted from the amalgamation by the colonialists, and that this country called Nigeria unity is non-negotiable. That is also the problem. We have lived from centuries to century, and today we are in the era of 21st century. We are now in a global village where the things of the past and the things of the old are changing to become new. And they don't want to change Nigeria with the dangerous diversity that have now emanated from different angles and the different injustices and corruption, and now Nigeria has found itself to become an Islamic state. That is the problem.
That you are supporting Nigerian government in any way, either in the Nigerian army, Nigerian police, Nigerian security, Nigerian immigration. The PM has said today, we are not against you, but if you wear the Nigerian uniform representing Nigerian government in Biafra land, you are going to pay the price, and you're going to pay the ultimate price for supporting a terrorist government that is in Biafra land. These are terrorists that kill our people, maim our people, burn our houses, burn our businesses, burn our homes in Biafra territory. If you are one of them, you have yourself to blame. If you are wearing any Nigerian uniform, Nigerian military uniform, Nigerian police uniform, Nigerian security uniform, sorry is your name. We have no prison, we have no jail. If you are caught inside Biafra land, you are gone. Only one, under his leadership, His Excellency Simon Ekpa. Anybody that is confusing anyone or telling you there is another, no, there is nothing. There's just one, recognized by His Excellency Simon Ekpa.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us on today's program, wherever you are joining from. I appreciate everyone that has connected to this program, wherever you connect from. Please like and share the program as you join us. Share to family and friends. Share to everyone that is close to you. Keep on sharing so that we can get to the people we are supposed to reach. I appreciate every one of you who have signed up, everyone that have joined us on this program. I say may Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect all of us. Please like and share the program in all platforms, share to family and friends, so that we can be able to get across to people we need to reach on today's program. I appreciate every one of you for your patience and being here. And for those who are joining us for the very first time, I want you to know that this platform is a platform that is under the United States of Biafra. The United States of Biafra, under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko, and on the Supreme Command of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, today, under the leadership of the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Oronigwe, I appreciate every one of you for being part of the program. In this platform, we don't come here to instigate violence. We don't come here to preach hate. We do not come to this program to attack persons or individuals. We don't come here for propaganda or blackmail. What we do in our daily program is to encourage Biafrans across the world to continue to pursue self-determination diligently. We expose the atrocities of the Nigerian government against the Biafran people. We debunk all the propagandas they are pushing against us. And we make sure that we set the record straight. Every morning when we come here, we speak on the issue of Biafra. And it is always an interactive section for people to join us and interact with us. For us in this very platform, the platform is open for everybody, regardless your belief, regardless where you belong, regardless your orientation, regardless what you think is driving you. You are welcome. The only thing we do here is to share views, listen to your own line of thought, hear your own opinion, and take it directly to the appropriate authorities. And they are already here listening. They're going to hear you to make sure your voice is heard. That is why we are here. That is why we always use that link. And once you come across our program on the YouTube, you can join us through that very link. All you need to do is to click on that link and you will join us on the program. And once you join us on the program, you can be able to express yourself. The only thing we ask from you is that if you are appearing on video, make sure you appear in a very decent manner. And if you're appearing on audio, it is also welcome. We ask you to make your case in a civil manner while you are making your case. Try as much as possible to be civil. Be civil in your discussion, in your arguments. Make sure you are civil so that you can get the response you desire. Nobody knows it all. We don't know everything. That is why we are open to listen to people, learn from them, and they will equally learn from us. And many people are carrying wrong information about, so we are here to hear your own line of thought. If you have a superior argument, we are open to listen to you. So feel free to bring it on and let us stand on the path of truth. Remember, the foundation of Biafra is laid on truth. Today, every one of us is lining behind Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, who laid this foundation, and when he was laying the foundation, he said it's based on truth. It is based on truth, even when you are speaking about your enemy. Even when you are speaking about your enemy, tell the truth about them. Chukwu Okuke Abiyama, who sees in secret and open, knows what we are going through. We don't need all the advertisements and all the propaganda. The truth can go a long way to save life and save situation. That is why we urge everyone to please stand on the truth. Do not support a lie simply because it is against your enemy. Anybody that helps you to tell lie against your enemy definitely is going to tell lie against you when the time comes. When you embrace lies simply because that lie serves your interest at that particular moment, you support a liar because that liar at that moment is speaking to your own advantage, that will definitely come back to haunt you. It will definitely have to come back to haunt you. If you don't know about that, all you need to do is to take a step backward, look at what has happened in the past. In your personal life, in activities around you, in this agitation, all the way from Mazen Nnamdi Kanu up to this moment. When you look at things that are happening, you need to be much more careful. And you have to know that the enemy that we are fighting against are those who have refused us to have our freedom. Those who have sworn that over their dead body, we will be free. Those are the people we are standing against. Your brother and your sister is not the enemy. And that is why there is no permanent friend and permanent enemy in this very struggle. You must not create enmity for yourself unnecessarily for your own selfish interests. You must not create enmity for yourself because of your cluelessness. Every information that you're not sure about, please keep your mouth silent. It is better to be silenced than to talk about things you know nothing about. It is better to be silent than for you to be talking about issues that you know nothing about. It doesn't matter whether the issues concern your enemy. It doesn't matter if the issue concern about somebody you hate, somebody you don't like. If you don't have the fact about it, please be silent. Silent is golden. Silent is golden. It is better to be silent than for you to be jumping around with informations that are not verified. We have seen a lot in the course of this very pursuit of our independence. We have seen a lot in the course of this journey. If you have been in this journey all the way from Mazen Nandekano, Mazen Samanepa, and now, you would have learned a lot of things. And if you have not learned anything, I'm sorry. I don't know when you're going to learn. So many of us who has been there for a very long time, and we are paying attention to events that happen. We are being very careful, and we don't just react about issues. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter what it is. The person you think is your enemy might not just be the person you think he is. And the person you think is your friend might just be the real enemy you are fighting. We must try as much as possible to mind what we say, how we say it, and when we say it. We are in a very delicate and dangerous time. We are in a very dangerous and delicate time. And every one of us as Biafrans must be very, very careful. Informations are coming from right, left, and center. We are hearing rumors that is coming from east, west, north, and south. Propagandas and blackmails of all kinds are trooping in. And we must be very careful before we speak. The Biafra we are looking for is a Biafra that belongs to every single one of us, both the rich, the poor, the good, the bad, and the ugly. At the end of the day, every one of us, we assemble in that Biafra. You cannot take anybody away from that very Biafra we are looking for. It doesn't matter how it happens and what happens. When we go back to our homeland completely, as we have already planned and we are already in the process, everybody is going to return home. The good, the bad, and the ugly. The only difference there is that there will be a constitution. There will be a law that every single one of us have to pass through. It is only the law of Nigeria, of Biafra, sorry. It's only the constitution of Biafra that will decide who has gone wrong and who is right. Whatever you are saying today, whatever assumption you are making today might not be actually correct. By the time we get to Biafran land, we will have professionals that will interpret the law for us. You might just discover that that thing you think is right is wrong. And those things you think that are right are wrong, are actually right. That is why we have to be very, very accommodative at this very point in time. I know why I'm saying this, because every blessed day, new pages are being opened in this struggle. New informations are flying in and new things are going to be happening. People are going to be coming in and people are going to be going out. I have said it time and time again. we should have an open mind, because there is one thing that is common in human life: change. Change is something that is constant. You can never avoid change. If you are fighting against change, you are equally fighting against yourself and destroying yourself. And there is nothing you can do about change. Change is something that is constant. It's either changing for good or changing for bad. But you see, change, it must happen. And the good will always be there, the bad will always be there, the ugly will always be there. At the end of the day, when we return back home, we are going to see the good, the bad, and the ugly. The only difference is that there will be a constitution that is going to lead us, direct us, what to do, how to do it, where to go, who is right and who is wrong. As of today, we are all working based on an assumption and our emotion. So many of us are working based on their emotion, not just assumption, emotions. And I know how emotional Biafrans can be when it comes to their freedom. I can understand that. But at the same time, we have to understand that there are limits to what we can do. There are limits to what we can say. There are limits to the angles that we can go. And I urge every Biafran, wherever you are, to please make sure you follow the right step and do the right thing. No matter how hard it may be, no matter how difficult it may sound, we must understand that we have an assignment. And that assignment has to do with our collective interest, which is freedom. Self-determination is what we are after pursuing. We want to be free. You want to be free. I want to be free. How the freedom is going to come is something that belongs to the hand of Chukwukabia. Your brother is not your enemy. Your sister is not your enemy. Even though there will always be this disagreement, it will always be there. But in the disagreement among us, ourselves, there won't be any permanent friend and permanent enemy. And that is why in my platform, I do not create this platform to come here to abuse my fellow Biafrans, curse out my fellow Biafrans, antagonize my fellow Biafrans, dehumanize my fellow Biafrans. That is not why I opened this platform. The platform was opened to give voice to the Biafran people, myself and my own people, for every one of us to have voice, to challenge the atrocities committed against us, to let the world hear our voice, and to support the United States of Biafra the best way I can. That is why we are here. And we will continue to do that as long as we have that opportunity. As long as we have life, we will continue to do that. My fellow Biafrans, wherever you are watching from, I welcome every one of you once again. Please like and share so that others can join us. And today, I have chosen a topic to discuss today, which says, say no to self-sabotage. Say no to self-sabotage. Self-sabotage. We want something and then go about making sure it doesn't happen. United States of Biafra now. Say no to self-sabotage. We want something and then go about making sure it doesn't happen. This self-sabotage is one of the pandemic we have in this restoration of Biafra today. Some people are intentionally getting themselves involved into this self-sabotage, and some are doing it unintentional. Self-sabotage is a very great pandemic in the pursuit of the restoration of Biafra today. the major distraction we are having in this cause of Biafra today is distraction that is coming from our fellow Biafrans, right from the time of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to date. The greatest obstacle that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu faced is not the zoo. The greatest obstacle that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, our supreme leader, faced is not the zoo. The greatest obstacle he faced is the Biafran people themselves. That is the greatest obstacle he has faced. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has defeated every single thing that was thrown at him. But the stumbling block he has always had is the Biafran people themselves. While Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was leading as the leader of IPOB while he was with us, we saw the attacks that came. Each time the Nigerian government and the British threw something to him, he would chest it and overcome it. But the ones that delay him and take him about 10 steps backward are the attacks that is coming from the Biafran people themselves. The greatest challenge Mazen Nnamdi Kanu face is the attack that comes from his people. It came to the extent that the same Biafran people went to the extent of proscribing. This thing you are hearing today, everywhere they are calling us terrorists. This tag you hear today, they call us terrorists. This tag you see that Finland is now buying into today. This name that Finland is holding today against our prime minister, it is Biafran people that gave it to their own children. It was not manufactured by Nigerian government. Don't ever forget that. And you can see how that has become the greatest challenge we are having. That is what they are using to hold our leaders everywhere today. That is what they are using against our people today. A seed planted by the same people that we are fighting to save. The people that proscribed the indigenous people of Biafra was the governors in Biafra land. The announcement was made by the governors in Biafra land collectively before the federal government tapped into it and cemented it. The video is still online, where Obiano and co. with Dave Umahi and their group came together and declared that the indigenous people of Biafra has been proscribed. With Johannes Endo Hinandama, they were all in this game together. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have talked several times how he had meeting with them. We saw the video when he went there meeting with them. They discussed. After their discussion, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu came out and told us what they discussed. They told him that he should let go of the independence of Biafra, that they want to go for restructuring. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said, fine. If you want to go for restructuring, I don't have any problem with it. Go ahead. Get that restructuring, bring it back and give it to Biafra people, not to me. Once you give it to Biafrans and they embrace it, they say they can go along with the restructuring. Who am I? But the actual thing is that he is not going to drop the call for self-determination when there is nothing on the table. He advised the governors to go ahead and use that very self-determination that he is pursuing as a check to withdraw the restructuring they are going for. You cannot go in a negotiating table with an empty hand. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu told him, you don't go to negotiation table with nothing. There must be something in your hand that your enemy will look at and say, because of this, I will give out this. Because in the terms of negotiation, you are going to be giving out something. Your enemy will also be giving out something. At the end of the day, you are around at a certain stage where agreement will be reached. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu gave this explanation. So, do not tell me to leave the agitation. of self-determination when you have nothing to offer. Take the agitation that I'm agitating, go to the government of Nigeria, have your meeting, discuss. If at the end of the day you succeed in getting the restructuring, bring it home, we give it to the Biafran people. Once they embrace it, we drop the agitation. But what did they do? After this very discussion, Dave Umahi, Obiano, Rocha Sokorocha, and co. They went and had a different meeting. What did they arrive at? Proscribe IPOB. And don't ever forget, IPOB is the indigenous people of Biafra. As long as you're from the old southeastern region, the present southeast, lower Kogi, lower Benue, when you hear that IPOB is proscribed, you are proscribed. Some of them will be talking about organization, registered member. Let me tell you, the terrorists that are coming in Biafra land, both those in uniform and off uniform, don't ask you whether you are registered or not. They don't ask you whether you are registered or not. Once you arrive in Murtala Mohammed International Airport and they see your name, Chuku something, or they see your name, you sound from that angle of Biafra, more especially the Igbo Biafrans, you are already a suspect. And a policeman will tell you that the only thing he needs to take away your life is to put any Biafra insignia on top of your body and shoot you. And that is it. From that moment, the governors in the Southeast proscribed you and I. They gave license to the terrorists in Nigeria, both those in uniform and off uniform, to take our life at will. They gave them that license. The only thing they need to take your life is just to take a flag of Biafra and put on your body. And they take your life. Nobody is going to question them. They are not going to face any charges, and that is it. And we have seen it on several occasions on video, how they take the life of innocent Biafrans. Not because they committed any crime, not because they were exchanging fire with them, not because they were in the line of action, in their various homes. You see home destroyed simply because a Biafran flag or insignia was sent there. We have seen in several occasions where Biafrans disappear for nothing's sake. Any area they found out that Biafrans are holding meeting, that place becomes a target. This was instituted by governors in the Southeast. Sad, right? The greatest challenge we have had. Self-sabotage. And it is not that these governors are getting their right as governors inside that country called Nigeria. They are still being marginalized, and they know it. They know they are marginalized, but simply because they feel that they are better off than those of us who are not in the corridors of power. Because they feel that they gave them a voice among the Janjaweed. They no longer care. They don't care about you. They began to sabotage themselves. The self-sabotage in the case of Mazen Nandekan was so huge that at a point in time, even those who were with him inside the IPOB began to sabotage him. And the greatest sabotage happened in his kidnap. After the kidnap of Mazen Nandekan, they began to confess in their programs. When Mazen Samanapa emerged, some of them say they sabotaged Mazen Nandekano because he brought Mazen Samanapa from the back door. Why didn't Mazen Nandekano take permission from them before he allowed Mazen Samanapa to be part of the IPOB? They tried everything to fight Mazen Samanapa, not because Mazen Samanapa committed any crime, not because Mazen Samanapa, because they saw Mazen Samanapa as a threat. He has more knowledge, he has more contact, he is exposed. He is better off than them. They become agitated and they began to sabotage him. It was because of Mazen Samanapa president that the DOS turned against Mazen Nandekano and began to plan against their leader. even while he was with them. So many of them have confessed already. You can imagine what somebody like Ikenga Uruago is saying about Mazen Nnamdi Kanu today. And some of you did not know that Ikenga Uruago was sacked by Mazen Nnamdi Kanu before his kidnapping. That idiot was sacked. Ikenga was sacked by Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. But after the kidnapping of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, the Department of Sabotage brought him back as their pillar. And the one that called himself the Karawhite lawyer, introduced him as one of his best media man. Ikenga. Some of you have forgotten that Karawhite lawyer Ifeanyi Ejiofor introduced Ikenga Uruago as one of his best media man. He gave him accolade as the best. Today, Ikenga Uruago stood his ground today, calling for life sentence for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Many of you must have seen the audio. Ikenga Uruago, who is part of their Department of Sabotage, those that call themselves the DOS. Ikenga Uruago, who was working directly with Ifeanyi Ubah, sabotaging everything, who fought against Mazi Simon and said that instead of Biafra to come through Mazi Simon Ekpa, that he would do everything to stop it. And when you hear that statement, it is very clear that from the onset, that person never wanted Biafra. Because if you want Biafra, it doesn't matter who it comes through. Get it first. We will not sit and make it what we want it to be. Today, that same Ikenga Uruago today, the audio of his speech is circulating everywhere where he was calling for life sentence for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. He's calling for life sentence for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And you see the way he addressed him in that very program. This was somebody who was the right-hand man of the Karawhite lawyer, Ifeanyi Ejiofor. And most of them, what is their anger? That Mazen Nnamdi Kanu got professionals, stronger hands to join him and pursue Biafra. And they saw that Biafra is here already. They began to sabotage themselves. Self-sabotage. Self-sabotage. They claim they want something, then go about making sure that it doesn't happen. Because of Mazi Simon Ekpa, many of them in DOS, they went into this mission. I am talking of what I know, not out of assumption. We saw it. Everything I'm saying here, many of us that are following stories of this, following events from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you know these things. You know them. They are not history. They are not stories. Because of Mazi Simon Ekpa, they sabotaged Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and made sure they went to the extent of his kidnapping. After his kidnapping, every one of them rose from all angles, began to chase shadows. They began to form their cabal. And Mazi Simon Ekpa became a threat to them. They called Mazi Simon Ekpa for a meeting that lasted hours, almost, Mazi Simon Ekpa say, I think 6 or 8 hours. They called Mazi Simon Ekpa, talking for 8 hours, dragging him to join their camp. Already they have formed camp. They are holding meetings. Mazi Simon Ekpa was asking them, what camp are you talking about? What are you talking about? Asking relevant questions. When somebody calls you privately, join me, let's do this. Ask relevant questions. There are questions you need to ask. Why are you doing what you are doing? What is your interest in this? Is it not the same Biafra that we are pursuing? Why are you forming camp? Why do I have to join you to speak before I talk about Biafra? Why do I have to be in your camp to discuss? Some of us don't ask those relevant questions. Somebody will call you privately. Join me, let's do this. Come and join us. Join you for what? Even when you know that what we are pursuing is a common interest. Why are you forming parties? Why is somebody calling you to join? Join for what? Why are you creating parties? Why are you creating unnecessary groups? Why are you being a hindrance and obstacles to your fellow Biafra? Sabotaging yourself and you think you are doing your brother. Simply because you feel that that person knows it better than you. When you see somebody that knows better than you, instead of you to embrace the person, you begin to create chaos. Why? Why is it that some of us, when we see somebody that knows better than us, instead of you to be happy, calm down and learn, you begin to be jealous. Jealousy, envy begin to consume you. And the next thing is sabotage. Even though you know that you are pursuing the same cause. Fingers are not equal. We cannot all be professional on the same level. There are levels of professionality. Wherever you know your own professionality ends, stop there and let the next person go on. In fact, in the course of this struggle, you have the opportunity to educate yourself. Very great opportunity to educate yourself. If you calm down, throw away envy, jealousy, and pride. In this struggle, I have seen people that were able to educate themselves, people that are not outspoken before. But due to the fact they begin to communicate with people in this struggle, they become very outspoken. There are people that are shy, they can't talk in the public. This struggle has given them that courage to begin to talk in the public. There are so many things we do on media today that some of us initially didn't know about the media. But this very Biafra has given us the opportunity to know these things about media. Knows a lot of things about how to get information and pass informations. But it is unfortunate that jealousy, envy, is not allowing some of us to learn. You can imagine in an organization where you have the opportunity to deal with professionals. You should be happy. You are not a politician. I am not a politician. And we fall in the midst of somebody who knows what politics is. And the person comes into the Biafra because the pursuit and the cause of Biafra is politics. There is going to be international politics and local politics. You can't run away from it. Then you have somebody who have a political experience. Instead of you to embrace that person, calm down and watch him how he plays his politics. Monitor and learn. You begin to attack the person. In the case of Master Simon Ekpa, when he surfaced, the members of the Department of Sabotage begin to make inquiry. They found out that he has a lot of knowledge. He is very connected in Finland. And instead of embracing him as one of our strong brothers who can join us and make our agitation have strength, they become jealous. They become afraid. They feel threatened that when Master Simon Ekpa comes in, maybe we rely on him. Maybe he will have upper position. Maybe his position is going to be this, and for that, we must not allow him to come up. And they fought and fought and fought, sold Master Nandekano, and they thought it was all over. And Master Simon Ekpa started. Even in the time of Master Simon Ekpa today, the same battle is still ongoing as we speak. There is still battle of supremacy. There is still battle. And what baffles me is that the people that are engaged in this battle are people that has nothing to offer. In terms of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, these people are people, even professionally, their portfolio is empty. But yet, they want to be in the front line. That envy and jealousy is still there, even as we speak, in the United States of Biafra government. They brought it all the way from Mazen Nandekano time, entered into Mazen Simon Ekpa. During the time of Brigi, this competition I thank God that the Deputy Prime Minister was able to release some videos and you saw the kind of envy and jealousy that was in that cabinet. You saw the kind of war, unnecessary argument, unnecessary wars that they were fighting. What are they dragging? This is something that is self-service. As I come here every morning to speak, nobody is paying me. If I decide to shut my program down and I will not, nobody is going to beat me. You can't beat me. You can't force me to do it. Nobody is paying me. Even the YouTube is not paying. How much am I getting? The money I get from YouTube every month on this program cannot be able to service the network, the internet alone. It cannot be able to provide the internet. The money I get is not enough to serve the internet and the platforms, that the items that I use to hold the platform down. So why are you tearing your clothes, tearing your body, creating enmity for yourself or nation? You see some people, they will just sit down and cook up lies against their fellow Biafra for no just cause. Somebody that it is possible that you will not even see him face to face until the end of this world, in as much as we are all Biafrans. In as much as we're all Biafrans, some of us, the only place we will continue to meet is online, as we are meeting online now. Maybe you click on the program, you come in, we talk, and you go. Or you are in the comment section commenting. Until this world ends, maybe we will never see at all. We will never meet. We will never have any reason to meet. But yet, when you see that person, you are tearing your clothes. You are tearing your pants. You are tearing you are destroying everything because of your personal envy and jealousy. You don't want to embrace your brother. You don't want to allow the next person to show her own talent. You don't want to allow the person to display the talent that Chukwukema has given him. Somebody who have trained him or herself to a professional level to handle a certain issue. And that opportunity comes for that person to play that role. Show that professionalism on that aspect. Your envy, even though you know you are not qualified to handle that post, you are jealous because somebody who is qualified is there, instead of you to be happy. And I tell people, do you think that when this Biafra come, these people you are seeing there today will be there, the people that are there? Do you think that when Biafra come, those of us that are talking on media today, you think maybe in Biafra Broadcasting Corporation, after the rest of it, you think you will see me there? You might not see me there. You might not see me there. That does not mean that I don't make impact. But professionals are going to come in from all angles. And we would like to add some professionalism in what we are doing. There might be, a program might be created where everybody will assemble. But you can't say, oh, because I was there in the time of agitation, for that, I must be made the alpha and omega of the group. You are mad. You are insane. And the earlier we begin to understand these things, the better for us. The pursuit of Biafra is stage by stage by stage. Once you finish your role and the stage goes to a place where you cannot perform, step aside and let other people continue. It doesn't mean that you are ignored. It doesn't mean that you've made your impact and the history will remember you. And the change will continue. New people will continue to come. People will continue to go out and people will continue to come in. The earlier we embrace this change and know that change is something that is constant, mainly in this struggle, the better. Say no to self-sabotage. Self-sabotage is the thing that's given. When an appointment is given and it is not you, if you are not the one, you begin to talk ill about it, you begin to destroy it, you begin to fight it. It will no longer make sense simply because you are not the one in charge. You go to the extent of blackmailing, pushing propaganda, blatant lies against your brother, your sister. Against your brother, your sister. Every sensible person that has knowledge know that we are talking about a country, not village group meeting, not a WhatsApp group meeting, not age grade meeting. We are talking about country that we compete with countries of the world. In meetings, you attend meetings of the United Nations, United Kingdom, EU, and all that. You meet professionals, people who have wisdom and knowledge. And for you to reach to that standard of representing Biafra, you must have a proper portfolio. Why are you jealous? Even though you know you do not have that portfolio to represent Biafra anywhere, including people that doesn't even have, they can't even be able to obtain a visa to travel from one state to the other to go and represent Biafra. And yet you are fighting to be in the forefront. You are fighting to be in the forefront to defend Biafra. Even when you know, assuming you are being given that charge, go ahead and do it. You cannot do shit. You can't even fly from your area, your location. You can't fly from your location to another state. It is sad. Deji, it's live, Deji. When you look at it there, you can see live showing there. You're asking if it's live. Deji Daga, the program is live. So every one of us should learn to accept things when we see them. Self-sabotage, that is the major problem we are having. It is them self-sabotage today that have put Mazi Simon Ekpa in a tight corner. Self-sabotage, that is what have put Mazi Simon Ekpa on a very tight corner. You can imagine, when Simon Ekpa emerged, the government of Nigeria knew very well that this man has something to offer, and they began to make their move. But who were the ones in the front line of accusation? Biafran people. We saw Biafrans in their live program, they take phone and they were calling Finland embassy. Some of them came online and they broke out. They were boasting that I called Finland embassy about Simon to report. And what he asked them, what did Simon do? What did Simon do? Simon came on board and they felt threatened. This same man who was calling Finland, the one they called Chile in Canada, whatever, an idiot that contested for governor in Enugu State and failed. A politician looking for an opportunity to climb was supporting Sowore when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stood his ground after fighting all the battle, stood his ground. And he went with Sowore to go and interview Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. After that interview, he began to pretend as a lover of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, even though we know he never loved Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from day one, because he's an ardent one Nigerianist. And I don't have any problem with you if you're one Nigerianist. If you are a Biafran and you feel Nigeria is doing well, good luck. But where I always have a problem is that when you are standing against those who do not agree with your own line of thought. You know, most of the time, they are the ones that accuse us. They accuse us of forcing them to join us. We never force anybody to join us. All we continue to do is to preach this message of Biafra. But when you see, they will be the ones that are saying that we are forcing everyone to be Biafra. We are not forcing anybody to be Biafra. What we do in this, so right from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it was preaching of the message. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu continued to sensitize the Biafran people until they wake up and they join. There was never a force any day. After all, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not in Biafra land. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has never given any ultimatum that you must, if you are not part of the IPOB, this and this will happen to you. No, he never said so. There has never been any video where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, if you are not a registered member of IPOB, that this will happen to you, this will happen to you, you will not be this. He never said so. Never. The only message Mazi Nnamdi Kanu delivered was that members of IPOB should live an excellent life. That when people see you, the way you behave, the way you do things, they will encourage their own children to join. That was the message of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Win people by your attitude, win people by your character, win people by the way you present issues. The same thing Mazi Simon Ekpa. Mazi Simon Ekpa did not put any law and said, if you are not part of the Brigade, if you are not part of United States of Biafra, that this will happen to you. Never. The only thing Mazi Simon Ekpa have always said is that if you can get Biafra from us, get it. If you get it, get it. But at the end of the day, that the law of Biafra, the constitution of Biafra will take effect when we get to Biafra land. Whatever you have done wrong against the constitution of Biafra, you will face the consequence. We don't force anybody to belong to Biafra. It's a message that we are passing. It's left for you to either take it or leave it. It's either take it or leave it. We will continue to preach this message and continue to move on it until we go to where we are going. Every single one of us must learn to stop self-sabotage. That is the greatest thing that is taken off out. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, self-sabotage is what kept him in detention today. He make a step forward, 2 steps backward, 3 steps forward, 10 steps backward. The same thing with Mazi Simon Ekpa. After Mazi Simon Ekpa have run a race run a race, pursued, and made sure that Biafra is declared. That declaration was made on the 29th of November 2024. The least any human being should have done, if you believe in Mazi Simon Ekpa, the least you should have done is to make sure that that thing that Mazi Simon Ekpa wished for, that thing for which he was detained, is held strong. If you love Mazi Simon, that is the one of the first things you should have done. Every one of us know the reason Mazi Simon Ekpa is held today is because of the declaration of Biafra. They never wanted him to declare Biafra because they know the effect, they know the implication, they know the step he's going to take. And they made sure he never participated, he never declared. But to their own surprise, when they thought that nobody was there, the deputy prime minister was able to step in on behalf of Mazi Simon Ekpa, and that declaration made. The best thing every one of us should have done is to hold tight on that declaration, which is his wish, which is the reason for which he is in detention today, which is the reason for which he is going to court. The least we should have done is to protect it, defend it, and make sure that nothing happened to that mandate. As if that is not enough, he also sent a message and said, we should protect the mandate to tell you how important it is to him. We should protect the mandate, but what did we do? Instead of protecting the mandate, we are busy doing something else. We are busy gossiping. We are busy fighting each other, busy pushing propaganda, blackmailing people. We are busy fighting for position. We are busy looking for relevance. The same thing DOS did. That is what many of us are still doing. And even as at now, people are still doing the same thing. Sabotaging themselves, self-sabotage. We want something and then go about making sure it doesn't happen. Oh, we want Biafra. Oh, we want to be free. We want freedom. We want Biafra. Hey, this Biafra. Hey, hey, Biafra. Oh, hey, Mazin Nandekan, our spiritual leader. Oh, Mazin Simon Ekpa, our prime minister. Oh, but all this. But at the same time, you are sabotaging that thing that those people are suffering for. You are sabotaging it. Many sabotaging it intentionally, many unintentionally. Directly and indirectly sabotaging. For how long are we going to continue sabotaging ourselves? For how long? For how long? We are still, Nigerian government is still in our territory today because of us. Nigerian government and their Janjaweed, they are still in our territory today because of the sabotage. Right from the onset, if the Ohanes do Hinandama and the Igbo World Congress, if they have listened to Mazen Nandekano when he went for meeting with them, Fulani will never step their foot into Biafra at all, let alone occupying our bush. But they called Mazen Nandekano ignorant. He want to look for relevance. Mazen Nandekano called the governors, create a security outfit. He sent the governors, every governor in the southeast, Mazen Nandekano first of all informed them, create a security outfit to protect the Biafra land. They are coming. They are at the top. Gave them time, gave them months. They refused. Mazen Nandekano went ahead and created the ESN. It is only after he has created ESN, now they rose up and to sabotage it. They went and created their own Ebube Busu and Ebube Monkey. They went and created their Ebube Busu and Ebube Monkey they created, only to fight against ESN and sabotage it. Mazi Simon Ekpa came again, began to protest, began to do things. Now they began to call him, oh, he's so violent, he is the terrorist, he is this, he is that. Even when the DSS carried out their own operation, a flag of operation by DSS, intentional operation by DSS just to blackmail Mazi Simon Ekpa, they preach it and they throw it and they put it, say, oh, it's Mazi Simon Ekpa, this. They helped the Zoological Republic to name our self-defense terrorism. You see them in their media houses opening their mouths to talk about Biafra agitators. They open their mouth to insult Biafra agitators. Even Biafran people themselves, they are the people they put in the front line. Go to channel television, VOII, or what in the VOP. Go to most of those channels, Arise. When they want to insult and to talk trash about us, self-sabotage. For how long shall we continue to sabotage ourselves? How long? How long? Change is something that is constant. Change. In every stage, the journey to freedom is a relay. Is a relay journey. You run and you run and you get tired, and that person will take over the mantle and run. Tired, you give another person. It is a relay race. So there will continue to be change. If you think that you have a post today that you'll be there forever, you are a liar. You are deceiving yourself. And that is why at the end of the day, highest you end up with gossiping, envy, jealousy. When this time comes for you to step aside, you will not. You want to continue to be there. Let the Biafrans be hailing you as the speaker. And because of that, you continue to talk trash and push propaganda and blackmail. It is sad. We must stop this self-sabotage and focus on things that matters. You're welcome, Bro Greg. Is that Bro Greg? Go ahead and speak to us. Let's hear you. Are you there, Greg?
Yeah. That's good afternoon, Max.
You're welcome.
Good afternoon, Biafrans, and all the friends of Biafra. My greetings to you this afternoon, and my greetings to our able leader, Maz Namdekano, who is suffering for us, and our able PM, who is taking all the bullets in this struggle. Both of them are taking two strong people, taking many strong bullets because of our freedom. And therefore, we must respect them. We must acknowledge them. We must pray for them that God will continue to help them in fighting in the front line while we support them. May heaven strengthen them and keep them and sustain them and encourage them. That is our prayer this afternoon. Here is my issues. Before I proceed, I see your headline, Sabotage. Before I proceed, I must use this opportunity to say to you, I don't know if you were angry yesterday, but I just want to tell everybody that was concerned yesterday that no matter what, I am sorry if my language must have caused people anger or reactions, but I did not have any bad intention when I spoke yesterday. But I hope you will accept if you were not happy for my language yesterday. But I know 100% I didn't mean bad. And my wish is that Biafra will be strong and with love, not just be strong, with love and trust, that we will always trust each other and tell each other at every moment and every given time the truth and nothing but the truth, because that is what I believe. So, self-sabotage. Like yesterday when I listened about our PM's court and all what was flying and media concerning the people that went to testify against our PM. Yesterday, when I closed work, before I get home, one of my Asian friends called me. He said, Greg, the PM was in court yesterday, or day before yesterday, that he watched the program on the television. I was surprised. I said, which television? I said, maybe in YouTube. He said, no, in television. I said, I don't believe that it was televised. How can it be televised? And the people in Finland, he says it's like Swedish television. That it was like a Swedish television that he got it from, because he has satellites here. I said, this is a surprise to me, but I don't think that court was televised. He said, yes, he just came in, but when he started watching from where the lawyer was cross-examining the person who came to testify against our PM. So I said, sure? He said, yes. He said, because they were asking the guy, where he started watching was when he was asking, the guy said that PM gave him money and to go and acquire some equipment. And they said that it's like PM said that he gave him money, but not money for any equipment. So I tell him, I was surprised. I said, well, I didn't think that might be true, that what you watch might be true. He said it's true that people, but he said at the end of the day, just to cut the whole story short, that the judge said that he don't trust. It's like the testimony and the testimony of the guy cannot be trusted. That it's like the judge said that he was not guilty. I said, sure? He said, yes. I said, oh, okay. So when I get to him, as I was watching, I start seeing again, and 247 was making one program with 3 guys that wearing our Biafra uniform and all those stuff. He was saying those guys went to testify against our PM. So they were showing some pictures. Wow. I said, it might be what this guy is telling me might be true. But all the same, there was a lot of things that people were saying that those pictures was not true from our own, from our own camp. We are doubting about the pictures. But whether it's in the court or it's not in the court, the most important thing, we'll find out that people who came to testify against our PM. And our PM saw them, and they must have introduced themselves. So all those arguments for me doesn't make sense anymore. Because if such a people came and they introduced themselves, and the PM saw them face to face, so making all those arguments, if these ones are old picture or new picture, makes no sense in country, because already he knew people who came to testify against him, and he saw them, and with their names. So what are we talking about? Well, we are talking about that people hate themselves. People hate their freedom. People hate the effort another person is making. People hate when somebody is doing what they cannot do. People hate when somebody is making progress they cannot make. It is like that in most people in life. When you have your friend and you are having any small progress, you see them being against you. When you are their friend, your things are not working with, they pretend that they are pitying you. Well, they are not really pitying, but when they see that things are started moving fine, you see them, they will become your worst enemy. So when things are going well for you, they become your best friend. But when things get hard, you see them, they will be the first person to go out and talk. Yeah, idiot. He is the person who causes his problem. He is the person who makes his business scatter. He is the person who makes this, who causes him this. You see the kind of friends you have at that point in time. So what are we talking about? That let me start from our representative, from the governors to the senators to these things. If these people, during the time our able leader Mazi Nnamdi came and he took meeting with them, and ask them, just as you said, I'm just cutting everything short. Go and get all that restructuring. And they knew they would not succeed in restructuring. Definitely, they were not fighting for restructuring, now that were just fighting for independence. Since that time to this date, what have all those representing us achieved in Igbo land? Rather, they turn in against us, only killing and shedding blood. So, I can't just understand it. When you know every time, when I remember this somebody Carlo that is in the house there from Abia State, I think Carlo or whatever. When they were trying to do riot, when someone else said nobody should go for that riot, that they will kill us, the same man come out and say, "I'll let the Igbo people not go for any riot. We are target." So you are sitting in that house knowing that your people are target, and you are not saying anything, you are not doing anything. And somebody who is doing something, you term him a terrorist. So what have they represented us for? Did they represent our business, and then we have a level land in doing business in Nigeria? No. Did they represent us, then we have road? No. Did they represent all the shares? Look at somebody they were talking about the other day, about 2 days ago, that the what do you call it? This year's this thing they want to approve. No single Southeast or even South was among. And the president of that thing was telling them, no, just cool down, and maybe next time your name will be there. So tell me one thing they have achieved, no single thing. You are not fighting for independence, you're not fighting for the structure, you're not fighting for the share of your people. You're only going there to pick on your own share. As long as they give you your own share, put you in a bright hotel, give you a key for a big car, let any other person die. It's not your business. That's sabotage you are talking about. Sabotage is not only among the people who are doing holy, Nandekan is another savior. No, sabotage are the ones are those people. The only thing that is paining us is we cannot identify them, the ones that are waiting in the fighting for freedom. So that is why we have to trade with trust and trade with love and understanding. When I say trust, I believe in what a German said. He said trust is good, but control is better. That is their language. To trust is good. If you trust me, that is fine. But control is better than the trust. So trust me at the same time, control me. And that will no room for any mistake. So I just want to use this opportunity to encourage our people to do the right thing and stop backbiting. It can never help us. Look at Iken Gyoruago and the many of them. Look at what the Fairback is doing. That is sabotage. Had it been everything we're intact as we are before our PM was taken, we know where we will be by now. That is sabotage. So at the same time, it is not late because we cannot stop where we are going. Thank you for this little. I will come back later again. Let me continue with my work.
Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much for your wonderful message. As for yesterday have come and gone. Another day is here. So there's nothing wrong you did yesterday. You didn't do anything wrong. You are one of my panelists in this very platform. And when we have issues, we talk about it, and then we don't stretch it much, and then we continue. That is what we do. And we will continue to do so. So there's nothing wrong you did yesterday. All you made was your point. And I have always said it in this very platform, everybody is entitled to their opinion. Once you have an opinion, you talk about it and we discuss it, we go into it. The only thing that we don't want to do is to stretch issues so much, because our enemies might use it as an opportunity to begin to walk into us, because some of us have different levels of understanding. So because of level of understanding of people, some issues are better talked a little and left like that. There are certain things, even if there are certain questions that we can handle outside the populace, because in this platform, I know there are people who are very constant in the very platform that I know will have our numbers. We can discuss, we can talk about some issues as a panelist in this very platform. We are the ones bringing out information and directing things the way it should be. Some of people, their level of understanding is not up to ours, and some of them don't have information that we have. So that is why sometimes when things come out, if we say we stop there and not go ahead, that is the reason we say that, not because it is intended to shut person down or to control or to gag person. No, we don't do that in this platform. Everybody have the right to say their opinion. I didn't see anything wrong in what happened. I'm not angry. Why should I be angry? That is the job. We are doing what we are supposed to do. The platform belongs to you and I, and we do what we have to do when we have to do it. So we must continue. Thank you, my brother Greg. I appreciate you. So my sister Precious, go ahead and take the mic. Take the mic, my sister Precious. You're welcome.
Thank you very much, Master. Good afternoon, sir.
You're welcome.
I greet you, sir. Wayne, good afternoon, sir. I can acquire na this program this afternoon. Ihe kpọbata m bụ DJ, amaghịzi m ka o si wee pụzie, but all the same.
I was even trying to bring him in. Actually, go before I go because half of the comments also said I was surprised he disappeared. Oh God, but I want to have he's still coming back.
Maybe anyway. I will not waste much time because all the messages on that book, I want to noise from my own background because sometimes not for me in a mood to sometimes on a danger more concern, not the bottom open and noise. Are you getting noise from my background?
No noise, not an idea. All I know is behind. I will mute it, but no noise.
Even if there is noise, it's the noise that are coming from the future Biafrans,
yes,
the future presidents and senators
okay,
of
no
Biafra.
problem. Because my husband just so let me just do it. So my brother, good mind. Some people are not asking because they want to spoil things or they want to cause confusion.
Yeah.
Just like I don't even know what Greg was like trying to say. He hope that you are not annoyed. You know, in this movement, you're supposed to be learning. You're supposed to learn from what. Oh, we're noise and I DJ are not around. Often I mute here, the noise is too much.
Yeah, I'm with you.
The DJ side.
Okay, go ahead.
So this movement by now, I go disciplined. I thank God for so far so good. To thank God for our media people because all the very very difficult. Like myself now, I'm a hot-tempered person, but I did not how to hold myself because this life you must understand that you will not be yourself and be another person. Exactly. Any day you begin to understand that kind of thing, even before issue, try to make peace, try to hold it. But you will know that you have done your own part. So it's not wrong. Onye hot tempered, you begin to go like no, or the nature. But say opposite was discipline to hold it. Ever was the issue. And that's why that yesterday said if I'm on the background when one way that woman and we issue with that man and they're not but in order to make peace, I'm going to name my name and going to just to get that peace first before it continue. So why I'm saying this is that just I like the way you just reply, my brother. What we are that everybody will right to bring your opinion. But all them there wasn't much like in a who knows go. That person are continue going at the same issue. Back in with problem of discipline. So, but so far so good. We are learning, and all the more and then with this kind of attitude, I am not call wine now. So now my brother na-ekwu maka na our DPM n'ebe o metere ya bụ to nọkala ebo otu ụzọ kọwatal before ka o nwee ike nụọ nna odibada akakwanụ nna ya ukwu o nwere onye kpọsara ha ebe ahụ and ikwuo ya otu ahụ ọ dịka like idizi ka isiwakwu sef na PM the wrong to leave ESN our leader mepel wee jejeje mewe BLA and all the form ọkwa another here why o ji epezis to continue with ESN ka ọ kpọkwa ESN a wee kwe up till now ihe one thing dị ihe na permanent change because when it comes it must happen. You can't control it. It's like that, just like growth. Imagine it and it that 10 years. It's not your own nature, and that is the way it's supposed to be going. If you know the onye chọrọ movement, onye chọrọ forward ever, that is how it's supposed to be. You don't remain where you are. You move ahead. And now that these people, I'm up till now, I will not say now, but I'm trying to explain to my brother here because can't you the Konye maybe or what are and I ain't not here to explain to Ndina what are. So now to this time, there be an issue. If you now we're in natural to move ahead, they want to remain at the back or to remain stagnant, which is not all here our man the kind of Kuzele or PM Kuzele. Move forward. Once they will only get the man to follow that person. If you only the mandate, no ihe ọgwa gị menia na Chineke na-esi ihe digwe wee gbadata no wo send on where ngwa genu ya ntị. Ọkwa na-esi mba na ọ bụ na ọma Chineke na ama ntu n'enigwe ma ọ bụ ịma mfu Chukwu ịma na ịma mfu tie nwụọ na ọ bụ na ọma pụtachi onwe ya na ịma nke nwa sendere ya na-ekwu. Ịmanụ na ịda ha ime uche Chukwu ahụ. You are not doing that will of the God who sent this son. So meanwhile, I don't know for now whether Butuzo or even whether they still join to me because we know what I've seen them for long. But what I am telling you in effect is that nobody can hold down the movement because the best thing that even happened to this movement is this decentralization of military. Okay, easy to do the work and do it perfect. Because I'm not on one side or those when our PM was there, they are doing marvelous things. For now, with the issue, we are not praying for any harm to our people because up to today, the message and with even the recent one that happened today, or one of with Gentle the Yahoo, the one of the men, yeah, no na kowata inye those things we are sharing it, we are saying about, and don't be very, 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 very shameful. If for some of them, the fall back and me as mockery, don't talk about our people. Is it your own? Chukwa bunkonye. I beg it on your second and joke, I'm on your nana joke. I be an drag. Chukwa bunkonye. In a memma, name tradition. You are a child of God. In a memma, no noka. You are a child of God. In a menjo no noka. You are a child of devil. In a menjo no no men, you are a child of devil. So here are misunderstanding. When you talk about military, I'm supporting gentle, I'm supporting once the Hana hey bunding can once all I stand with them. So don't make mockery of yourself by half one thing only bunding cake. Just like some people will say, Anya on the autopilot, I bundi IPOB, only bundi IPOB nanti bottom, Anya chabufu. All misunderstanding and people who doesn't want peace, name me need demarcate things or they come with the teach. So no mistake and the misinformation hang with him. Where you na man follow our DPM when with the issue. I back I have the way man. I thank God Hannah's up we money bad things against her to tell you that how one half we hear men now mako onye way wisdom onye the spirit of Biafra so ama obigo the mistake or got correct here before it's too late for that person. So now can't you put good for now all this while if Hannah has a accuse against her is a big positive thing from our own side. Even if they will not follow the government, no problem. Let them be and be doing the needful. We still praise them for doing it because in the other way around, fundraising and whether what we need. All we want is finally Kabindi protected. So my brother, and I am not seeing it to be a problem because I know that tomorrow, if these people are still like seeing all that is going on, Ibebi Chineke ma Marageta, our PM and our leader, now, all this thing will be over. Because I'm tomorrow our PM now with our leader Mazin Nandikan, even though that DOS refused to accept that. Yet this our DPM honor with these people. Man, you will not force them the person. What you need is to move ahead. So you support the government for moving ahead, and what they are doing is they are not tackling them. Only this fallback, the end of these nuisance that they are the one fighting like one. You should. We continue to say no terrorists. Now they are not gentle. Now, why are you framing lies? Him and a man defending. Oh, go court with evidence, no evidence. All terrorists, oh, evidence, no evidence. All Fulani with no evidence. Oka defend better we look it or young bagal. All those people can get Netanya names and don't get our rich and equipment. Hey, men on ground. How are you telling me that you love these people? Banina and Azune may be. Imakononia in Esu, number PM no say, Posia got me a cobot. Often you didn't bring him down. If you know win overpower go your attack. We should even be thankful to this woman. Not make too much. Ihe na drag ya down. Without military and finance. Yet she overcome all these things and start from scratch. Build the way again. So my brother, I'm sorry for my voice though somehow because sometimes I appear the critical or winning spirit in mother high. Come on, of marble. Don't see it now, even Butus or gentle, they are against us. Come on, now to correct their fault. Go to the government. I know with tomorrow, our PM, all of them will join. They will join. Mana bịara gba anyị war anyị nwa ama mbekọ gbaghị war on there na-ebu ashi na agagharị na-ekwu na DPM na-achị igbu ha na ọkpọ ebubo agụ ka ebe ị ga-eweta evidence no evidence onye bụ those lies anyị na-ekwu maka that sabotage so ma ọ bụrụ na onye na-efolo ihe a na-eme ọfụma ọ na-efolo our DPM ọfụma ị ga-afụ na onye chi mere eze mmadụ ama nkọja nwe no matter how you try you will fail. That's why they are still failing in our leader, yet to our PM and this woman. They can never succeed, no matter how they try. But this thing better from finally, no matter what. Man, finally, where are they now? Where are they? And I thank God so far so good. Even in their war, they are still winning, and we are supporting them. Man, people now got gentle. Thank you to that person. I can engage there. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, my sister. I appreciate you for that wonderful, wonderful speech. You have spoken well. I really appreciate you, and you have addressed a very important issue. At the same time, I welcome my beloved brother Maxwell. Please, Bro Max, please just exercise a little patience. Let's allow the new person that joined us to speak. Even though our sister have responded to his comment on the comment section, let's allow him to say something before my brother Max will now take the mic. DJ Daga, unmute. Go ahead and talk to us.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Biafrans all over the world.
Good morning, you're welcome.
Yeah, even the make though I was born and brought up. Yeah, I can even the make I was born and brought up in Nigeria. So I'm a fault to be Yoruba, and I support when you before, but Sunday go, I got to agitation of a thing. Man, I hear you na that thing, oh, even for na YouTube, as na I post na DPM, this DPM army. So I was like, I will go DPM, army DPM, where army MSE, which is Master Simon Ekpa. So I was like confused because for this thing now to say in the cab army DPM, in the cab army our Prime Minister of a thing. Onwe Gama as in like saboteur or betrayal of a thing see Batana in the midst of those army now. Mana, one government name me to go to show that our government that no of FIFA, in such a way that we have General Butozo, Commander General of you I'll tell you if I name me like this. As in the cabo, I'm in DPM, So I myself, I was like, I've been very confused. And secondly, I done our prime minister about the questioning of the Finnish government. I question, yeah. Just I only believe all on a basis. Now I cho otu now drag Nigeria government to international court. Ọgọta and onwe oge Chukwu ga-esi n'eluigwe gbadata gasị ka ha kpụrụ Nigeria gọọmenti bịa na international court. So onwe otu Chukwu ga-etinye ya ife ọ na-ekpe ekpere awa ọkụọ. Ọgọta my point, though I myself in a way I feel panic, I feel pain, and in another way I don't feel pain. Because ọ ekpere ọ na-ayọsis na ya na-achọ otu Chukwu ga-eme ya ya ga-drag Nigeria gọọmenti to international court. Ọgọta. So that is for that. And so that's just my opinion about that. About the army of a tree. Automatically we feel it. Okay, automatically and one you saw pose at that day I'm in DPM we go so Kenya, I'm in Kenya. That was like no one is confused. The government thing is so or government our prime minister does it because I just like I'm confused. Because our leader, Madam Namudekano, our kidnapper, all exposed to DOS. Okay, and our prime minister also, and a question in our Finnish government, all exposed some people like all those Van, Ogen Kere, Pansonia Parawa, as in all of them, it exposed them. So that's what I have to say. Although now we bias one army or the other army, all I know. Let's just follow our government, which is Biafra government. USB for life. That's what I believe. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you. That is why when you explain, people understand. Sometimes when you don't explain, people not understand properly. But the ways we are that is why we are here. I am be online on daily basis. And that is why I have been talking, mind the platforms you listen to. Mind the people you listen to. And this is why we are talking about self-sabotage. Just like my brother said, all because of if people claim on how a member of the media which anybody can feel the same way. Every one of us, that if I were a Liberation Army of Biafra, we don't have Dr. Ngozi Orebueze Army or Master Simon Ekpa Army. Or we don't have. What we have is the Liberation Army. The Biafran government is only one, not two. And every member of the Liberation Army is under the government. The government is taking care of them and providing for them. As long as you are working under the government, you know, for a long time, they introduced this idea of calling people's name. When Master Simon Ekpa was with us, Master Simon Ekpa doesn't come here to promote any Liberation Army or call this one. He doesn't call names. He doesn't. But some people, because of their own selfish interest, began to sabotage by trying to exalt a person, just to exalt one person, give him that glory, use his name to create chaos. In a place where there is no problem. That was what they did. And some of them were carried away with that calling of name. Oh, this one is our general. This one is our commander. This one is the Obatobie. This one is the Almighty. He's our God. He's our Savior. He's the one that will deliver us. This one is the one in charge of this. And when they say it, it will get into some people's head. And some of them will begin to misunderstand what is happening. That is why
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. And I want to use this opportunity to greet our brother, Rosie. Brother Rosie, the bros is doing a great, very wonderful job. Rosie, I do watch him on YouTube also. On the more man, as in all the maker, even Van, before they claim now, before Yana respect Van. Man, I can't now what an Van is a stupid man. That is a useless man. But we only thank God now. O says in the question our prime minister, not that expose all those fallback group now. Okay, what on the guys that green snake under green grass. You will appear much in a fan under fu. Okay, that's my point. But if I be that man, not that go see everything, as in for we Biafrans to know the legit people and the fake people. That's just it. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Is why
Yes, sir.
that is the importance of us putting those link and etinye link. You come and ask your question. It will go to superior argument. Even if you don't agree with what we are saying, you explain gently. We can now explain to you. This Biafra na achọ ya ma onye ukwu ma onye nta, the good, the bad, and the ugly. We will be there. Enweghị onye ya achọpụsị onye abịara. The only difference is that I am a constitution that is guiding us. All need as a everybody, you will face the consequence of your action. We are looking for one thing. So for some people, they begin to create that division, self-sabotage. And some of us are going to that self-sabotage unknowingly. Some people are doing it intentionally. Intentionally, they create it and now they form group, they invite people and drag people into that self-sabotage. That is the major problem we are having, and that's what we are discussing today. We have a liberation, central liberation. The only difference in that army that in this era, with government, the only change is that the army has to be decentralized. Every state army, so that any problem in that state, you don't have to be waiting for people in the central to come and fight for you. The people in that state can take action without waiting for the central to come. It doesn't mean that if the power is overpower them, they can call to the next state. The next state will send something, but you cannot fold your hand and wait. If you have to wait until when people come from Enugu and come there to come and cover. And before then, you know how.
Please go, don't spoil now.
Yes, that is why HWM introduced this decentralization in this government. It doesn't mean that the next, but that change. Some of them misunderstood it initially. Even when members of the Liberation Army that misunderstand it. It is not power. Whatever thing you have, you remain with you. But the only thing that can every state wear their own level so that if people can react without even waiting for people from the center to come.
Okay. Yeah, now I understand. That
was just the thing. Any new army created. It is that same liberation army of Biafra. One. And we had Dr. Ngozi army. Army. And we had anybody army. What we have is liberation army of Biafra. Simple.
That means Adadi she was only lying, Abi.
That is the thing. That is the problem. Simon Ekpa even complained about this. That people begin to make people believe that there is a problem when there is no problem. Even in the cabinet, if I can form when nothing is happening, a simple changes that were put in place. Understand the change. If you don't understand, you ask questions. Simple thing. If you don't make a campaign, you begin to sabotage people. That is the problem. Some people now protesting how member of the media, they are the one creating the problem. You push wrong information to Biafrans. You don't even understand what you are saying. You can't even explain what you are saying. And the Biafrans, you don't blame them. Biafrans that go to there to watch. When they watch that, they believe what they say after all is Biafra. And then they begin to talk in a different manner. Until when you sit them and explain properly, they will now understand and know where the right thing is coming from.
Just like what was we doing now.
Thank you, my brother. I really appreciate you. I really appreciate you for coming out. When there is any confusion,
I remain one and only day.
In this our platform, members of cabinet are watching our program. Our DPN now watch here. And when the question is you hear more complaining later, they will look into it. The government will look into it. They will think about it, look into it. Or if I change, or no mistake, or no correction, or I call his attention. That is the way we operate. Nobody is an expert that you know everything. You know everything. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, no, thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Yes, yeah,
thank you. My brother Maxwell, go ahead and talk to us, bro Max.
Thank you so much, Chooks. It's been a while.
It's been a while. I know you've not been strong, and I wasn't able to call you. People have been asking of you every time. One of our brothers that we used to be here have had an issue also. He has not been online since November. He just came from day before. He has been asking of you every day, every day, every day. He was there yesterday. Even today, he was there, but I don't think maybe he couldn't be able to join again from Homeland.
Oh,
After you.
Okay. I am so sorry that ndị Igbo anyị si na uhe takara nkịta lọnụ he takara nkịta na that thing ọ na-ata too much. But there is nothing that will happen to a true son of one let me say one Biafra that is bigger than the God that we serve. And the God that we worship is always on our side at any given time to protect and guide us, whether in infirmity, in health, in wealth, and in poor. So we have to just give God the glory for what he has done for us. I salute each and every one of you. May God continue to strengthen you for the great job that you are doing and give you the protection that you need. All of us need to make sure that we'll accomplish this this task that is ahead of us, which is let me say, an overwhelming recognition and international recognition of the state of Biafra. May God bless Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. No matter how the enemy has fashioned his ordeal, may God continue to keep and protect him. May God bless Simon Ekpa. As Finland is doing their own things, finding ways to please their cohorts, I say may God continue to bless them as well and open their eyes and show them that Biafrans has a God, a supreme being that has kept them even in the verge of extinction. Because as at 1967 to 1970, I do not know, even the First World War, the Second World War, whether such I have not read, an ethnic group has been wiped out, ethnically cleansed, blocked, removed, tried to be removed out of the international community as at that time, starved to death. In this world, I don't know if there is any ethnic group that has suffered what the Biafran people suffered in the hands of the Zoo and their cohorts. Yet, we are still here today, very, very vibrant, very strong, even moving in a very dynamic way, unlike what our forebearers, did. We are following it. We are following it step by step, procedure by procedure, and God definitely is going to make us laugh at the end of the day. Do not be dissuaded by the attacks that you are getting. I have not been here. I do not know what is going on, but I will tell you in my own military perspective. They are very, very lucky that the enemies are still occupying our land. When you stand against an existing body, a body that you agreed upon on the 29th November 2024 in Finland, you agreed on that document, and you come back today, you want to renege, just like Nigeria reneged from a Buri Accord and fought our people. You will never. That is treasonable. It's treasonable. We are fighting, we need to bring everybody, carry everybody along. But they are lucky that we are in this situation. If not, some of them will be tried. Because you cannot stand against a constituted body and thinking that I will come here to clap for you. Most of them that are generals or commanders or so, you misbehave, the law will take care of you, just like you said. Nobody is bigger than Biafra. Nobody. Even my mother's ancestors are not bigger than Biafra. Is Biafra not here today? My ancestors from my mother's side, are they not gone? They've gone. Even their bones self cannot be even recognized today. But Biafra is still here. That is to tell you how big Biafra is and what it needs to be protected while we are alive. Because we are the oil that is feeding the Biafra. That's who we are. I don't know what has happened, but I am just from the topic. Self-sabotage is what we are passing through, is what we are facing. And I will not help anybody that is not ready to wake up, or someone who is pretending to be asleep. I won't waste my time waking you up. If you look at what is going on, majority of them tried the egg-breaking system. Egg-breaking system. I would have thought that the egg-breaking system would have diminished each and every one of us, the United States of Biafra, that is kicking against their fallback syndrome. I would have loved that the egg-breaking would have eradicated each and every one of us, or twist us, or reshape our mindset to come back and join the fallback. God forbid. Something that has been a shadow that has thrown out. That is what you are telling me to go back to. Don't be dissuaded. Don't panic, because these things will happen. These guys are not working for themselves. They are working for an evil authority that just want us to, to have this, misunderstanding that is going to throw, hoping that is going to, disintegrate us. But now we are moving in a different direction. When they come to this direction, we will fashion another means to counter them, and that is what is happening. Dr. Ngozi Orazigwe is steadfast in what she is doing, and those that are surrounding, that have surrounded her, are also contributing to her success. And God is the leader and the giver of that success that she has achieved, and we must follow them. Follow, Dr. Ngozi Orazigwe and her adjutants. For me, if your egg didn't work, is it your court that you have sued her now that is going to work? Onye jeje Bruce or police, or we na-enwe the case. You cannot learn from the zoo. No be zoo we go capture Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, kidnap him, bring him to Nigeria. They furiously, they went ahead and they announced, oh, we have arrested with the collaboration of international security, DSS, Interpol. Today, what is happening? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is beating them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He is going to continue to beat them as long as Chukwu Okike Abiama is with him. That is how it is. He is going to continue to hit them where it pains them very, very hard. And we are not going to back down. No matter what they do, we are not going to back down. They will also fail. I told you that by the time, the day they started this hanky-panky game, trying to fight for authority and position, command and control, I told you that they are going to fizzle out, just like those that acted before them. and they will going to fizzle out. Our main bone of contention now is how to make sure that Biafra is internationally recognized. The sovereignty of the United States of Biafra, the sovereignty of the Biafran people is as well established and recognized right across the world. That is our task, not going to court or listening to what they are saying. I have listened to them enough. They are not making any sense. They don't make sense. We have listened to them for so many periods. They are not making any sense. And I'm not going to join, hands in those kind of people. I have a reason why I'm here. The reason why I'm here is to make sure I support the United States of Biafra as established on the 29th November 2024 to a greater height. If you are not doing so, shame on you. And I believe that each and every one of us that is listening, that has participated and on this particular United States of Biafra knows what they are doing and will fight anybody that is going to, tarnish the image of the United States of Biafra. Thank you so much, Mazi Chooks, and I will be here as well listening.
Thank you so much, my brother Max. I appreciate you. I thank you so much for your wonderful contribution as always. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to strengthen you. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. You're welcome, my beloved sister Ijeoma. Unmute yourself and speak to us.
Mazindewo, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. You're welcome.
Good morning to you, brother Max. Yeah, I've heard other people spoke, Mazi. So far, I've been in the background listening to understand exactly what is being said.
Yeah.
So Mazi, I might not be saying what the topic is all about or what, but one thing now homework no been about this movement, right?
Okay.
You see, I don't. Some people like they are not getting one thing. You see, this Biafra thing, this Biafran movement, it's above everyone, even Ojuku self. It's this Biafra is not about Madame Orabeze. Madame Orabeze is just the tool. She's just one of the tools that God has used or God is using to propel this movement. But some people are forgetting that. And the reason why most people do issue with that habunobi or wine or maka wine or USB Madam Orabeze, Dr. Ngozi Odarabeze. So because of that, they have issue with it. And people like tell yourself the truth. When you see light, can you cover the light? Now, once you see the light, follow it. It doesn't matter who's holding it. I don't care if it's a spirit holding it. Once I see light, I follow light. Okay, let's trace this thing back, right from Behagara, Finland, to redeclare this thing. Look at the money issue. Look at what Ogenkere did. Look at the all the rigor, like all those corny and slimy thing that guy mechara. Kaneku, at the end, they have broke fall back, second all fall back. And still, people don't get it. People cannot today wallowing in ignorance. What I'm here to tell people, when you see light, follow light. So light is all the very, very bright. You can't miss it. You cannot miss it. Legodunu, Madam Rabez, the since here. That is, and we hear the perfect. I want Legodunu, here every declare. We are still in the freedom movement. It's not done yet. We are still in the process of getting where we are. But these components I know now go to for us to sit on it. You get boost on before get balance. What we are. Makandi na azo nka hachori liquid. They want to be this. They want to be this. They forget that you have to get a seat. You sit down before you now put your back. Lay your back. Hey baby. Hey, stop. Okay, Mazi. So all I'm saying is people gotta focus and know exactly what they want. Okay? Because when you see truth, you can't miss it. But they are mixing it up with Inhejuru Hanishi, with their, I don't know if it's cultural issue. I don't know what to call that. But most people with issue, they don't tell themselves the truth. Because if you are a child of light, when you see truth, you see it. You can't be like, you can't doubt it. Yes, and when you hear the perfect governments and then when little things, little here and there, loopholes here and there. Of course, it's bound to happen. Of course. Even a well set up government, like we were this, you said this yesterday, Mazi Chuks. Even a well set up organized government, nowhere, they were big issue. How much more of na freedom movements? Everything na di tough, na di haggard. Otu ọwụla ọwụ ma onye na-edu anyị o metere ya ma o mete ya biko na anyị na-apachi ya na-ebu ya na-aga because we are heading to somewhere. anyị nwetacha the thing anyị bịa balance wazie rụkwawazie meziwezie things a ga-emezi but people they don't want to get it. Ha chọrọ ka ọ bịa dị perfect from the get go bụrụ perfect ya den ya bụrụ egbe bụrụ mgbọ na-agbata otu onye ọbụla ọhụrụ ya na-agbatuchi then she's doing something ọ ga-abịa gbagharị na ya unu na-ahụ ihe ọ na-eme. It doesn't work like that. Ya got to think. Unu kwesịrị na think. Unu kwesịrị na think. Unu kwesịrị people ụmụnne anyị biko nu chegharịa na uche. Unu hụ ọkụ ihe you can't miss it. Gwa na onwu na eziokwu. Kemgbe ejiri were declare this thing na Finland, this Biafra movement, this USB government. Let go do what this woman have achieved so far. Let go do what is being done. Let go do what is going. And when he na the perfect, on here to go no mana. Unu ne criticize. Y'all be criticizing little because and when he na the perfect, even a well-structured government is not even perfect. How much more of in freedom movement? Don't expect it to be like butter and gold and then everything is settled and everything is Unu with wrong mentality. You got to fix it. I don't know I'm because of the post-war unu with Biafran way America who in slavery unu. I don't get it because I don't want to be part of that. My mind is very, very sound. Okay? And I choose to stay in the positive direction. Nobody can distract me. That's why I'm putting my sound I'm very angered. Man, some people now I know some people sound some certain way. When I talk, I come off like I aggressive. I bring that aggression. It's because of the passion I have for the USB. Nobody can distract us. We don't want no distraction. We are moving on forward. That's where we at right now. We are moving forward. And USB government, that's where we at, and that's what we stand by. So yeah, you people better get it.
Thank you, our sister Ijoma. Appreciate you. That's the spirit of Biafra. Every one of us, we should try as much as possible to come on board. Our purpose of being online here to preach this gospel is make sure everybody is carried along. And the importance of coming on this media is you hear from different voices, from different tones, from different angles. There are some Biafrans that are so much passionate about this Biafra. Anything that will make it come, they pursue it and support it. And if they feel that there is something you are doing that's going to come out of it, they will get so angry. Some cannot be able to control themselves. Some of us, we have learned and trained ourselves to be able to control, even when you are cursing, even when you are demoralizing or dehumanizing us, we still give you that time until when you cross the boundary. In as much as we still have our red lines, but we try as much as possible to support. Self-sabotage, we should try to avoid it. Nobody is an expert in this. We don't know it all. The more we are going, the more correction we're making along the line. We're making corrections. The people you see today, you might not see them tomorrow. Just like my beloved sister Precious said when she came on, change is something that is very, very certain. The people you are seeing today, tomorrow it might be you. It might be you tomorrow. And I have said it time and time again, by the time we succeed landing in Biafra land finally, many of us in the media today that you see our face, you might not see us again. I am not going to say, oh, if they don't put me in charge of Biafran Broadcasting Corporation, if they don't make me a worker there, if they don't employ me there, that means that this is a fraud. No. Even after Biafra has come, many of us who have fought on this part, we will still be on our platform. If not for anything, to checkmate the government and still bring information when information happens. We can still be on our department defending the United States of Biafra. But professionals are going to come in. Every one of us have line of professionalism. The greatest thing that is killing us is that when you see somebody who knows better than you, you feel threatened. Banana. That is not the way it's supposed to be. When you see somebody who knows better than you, all you need to do is to come. This very struggle we are in is a very great opportunity for people to learn. A very great opportunity. In this very platform that we are, in this very Biafra agitation, that is where you can be able to mingle with people you cannot even be mingled in a normal society, in a conventional ground. There are some of us that we don't even have the opportunity to speak with a professor, let alone sitting in a meeting with a doctor. But this agitation has given that opportunity for you to stay with people that are educated. You stay with nurses, you stay with doctors, you stay with engineers, professionals, politicians, businessmen, rich men, poor ones, middle class, people from across all the whole world. You sit with them in a meeting, and it's an opportunity to learn. Don't feel threatened. Don't feel intimidated. If there is something you do not know, when they are going that part, take your time. Ask questions. It is not compulsory that you must talk. Ask questions. That is why we are here. That is the most important job we are doing as those who are in the media. When the informations are not coming, when the informations that are coming are not solid, even us in the media, there are challenges we face in the media. Even me that is speaking to you here, representing the government, there are some information that slips me. There are some information that doesn't get to me. But I will not come here now and tell you, I begin to lie about it, or begin to tell you this, or begin to cover, or begin to shout on the government. Why didn't they tell me this? Those of us who are stepping up, speaking for the government, there are certain information that we are supposed to know that we don't know. But yet, I cannot come here and begin to attack the government because of that. All I have to do is to go through the channel and lay our complaint and continue to talk and talk and talk until when things are done. The correction will continue to happen. We continue to make that correction until we get it right. I will not say because I was not told this, because this. That is why I decided to take a very landing space for myself. I do not chase breaking information. I don't want to be breaking news. If it happens that it comes, I don't want to chase it and say, oh, let me be the one to break the news. I don't want it. That is why there are certain things that will happen. When I see it, even on the media, I will not speak about it until I hear from the right source. So that when I'm defending, when you ask me, from which source is this information? Because I know people in my platform, people ask questions. We come here, people ask questions, through their question, and you must answer. You must answer. So I wouldn't come here and preach information, just like this one they are sharing, that the people that they said they came there to testify about our prime minister. These are things that are supposed to be from the media of the United States of Biafra. Information that will come from us, we will get it raw, so that when we are talking about it, I don't want to get involved in propaganda on blackmail. Just as I said before, in Biafra struggle, the last thing I will do is to create unnecessary enmity between me and my fellow Biafra, simply because of one thing or the other. I will not. I will not create enmity between me and my fellow Biafra, simply because of an information that is not verified or something I don't know about. I will not do so. It doesn't matter if he promotes what we are doing or not. I will not get involved in such. I will only say those things I know that I'm sure about, so that I will not have the time to come here and begin to apologize. It is better I keep silent and never speak about it. It is much, much better for me. I keep silent. So that is when it comes to those debates, information that are coming, the government of Biafra is doing their best possible to do what they have to do. But anything that slips off, if I don't have it, I will not speak about it until when it gets to that stage. I will talk about it. And that will not make me to turn around and begin to attack my government. I will not do so. Any day I feel that the work is pressure of the job is so much that I can't be able to respond anymore, I will pack up my bag and baggages and change my platform to a different topic. And it will never be to fight against Biafra. I will never, ever fight against Biafra. The same Biafra that I have been talking about for more than a decade. All of a sudden, I turn around simply because of one thing or that. No. The only thing I can do is to walk away. and take my rest. But for me to come and begin to preach against something that I have stood for, it is impossible. I won't do that. I won't do that. In as much as we know there are so many shameless people who on their camera to say things. This morning they will tell you a different thing. In the afternoon they are saying a different thing. The next day they apologize. The next 2 minutes they come and cry. And the next minute they clean their tears. The next one they say I'm sorry. The next one they say I didn't know. The next one they say, oh, they told me. The next one they say I was not involved. I don't have time for those explanations. I don't have time to manufacture lie every day. Every day I begin to think of when I want to open my. I have some other things to do. I don't come here only for broadcast. So if I put my program on manufacturing of lies, how many lies will I be manufacturing every day? By the time you manufacture one line, tomorrow you manufacture another one to cover that one you manufactured before. And by the time you manufacture that, the next day, before you know it, every day you need to manufacture about 1,000 lies to cover the lie that you have told before. Who has that power to do such a thing? There are people who has that time. I don't have that time. That is why I go on fact. Those things I'm sure about, I talk about it. If you are not satisfied, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to disappoint you. If you're not satisfied, I'm sorry. I don't come to entertain you or to tell you something that will make you happy or to tell you something that will make you be jumping around. Most important thing is that the common interest that we are all chasing. Every of my panelists that come here on a daily basis, we are chasing one common interest, Biafra. We want to go home. We want to go home where we come from. The place we are coming from is not habitable by a human being. No sensible human being that can wake up and pray to be in Nigeria the next minute. A country that tells lies. Continue to lie against us. All they push is lie and lie. And thank God, thank Shukwu that we've been able to have a platform where we can debunk their lies. And if you think that what we are saying here is not having effect, it is having effect. I just watched a program on VOP. You know VOP, those Yoruba men that come there, when they come there, they like to twist information. But somehow they are reshaping their mouth when they want to talk because they know after they talk, we will use their program to do program. Those lies, they are beginning to strengthen it gradually. There was one program they did, was it some few days ago, and the way they were narrating the issue of Biafra becomes a little bit different from what they were saying, even though they still have their lies inside it. But it is a little bit different. It is a little bit straightened than what they said before, even though when they conclude, they will always use their lie. And that is the effect of what we are doing. If we have kept silent for a very long time, it won't work because they took away the media from us. The Biafrans don't have the media. The media is in the hand of the Janjaweed, more especially the Yorubas. They are in charge of the media. And whatever they put forward is what the people believe. That is why it is important that we help each other in this media. Push the truth. Mazin Nani can say, I will use this truth to destroy the Janjaweed. And he has done it. The truth and nothing but the truth. That is why he is still speaking loud. Anytime you see him, anywhere you see him, he doesn't blink. He says the same thing. Let us hear this version of our VOP program that I just bumped into. Let's just listen and hear what they have to say.
A student of history, how do you respond to the assertion that General Yakub Gowon's comments on the Biafra war are a provocative, insensitive, and shameless attempt to whitewash the atrocities of the Biafran genocide?
Yeah, my takeoff point is that that war was needless, ab initio. And I'll tell you why it's needless.
Did you hear how he started? At least his starting is okay. He said that war they fought was needless. The war that Gowon begin to talk rubbish, begin to say that he fought to unite for peace, to unite. Unite who? Those idiotic lies they tell. It was a blatant lie. But at least now they are beginning to talk in a manner that seems somehow reasonable.
You see, something precipitated agitation. The 1966 coup was the seed of agitation, where the northern elements, particularly in the political space, accused the southeasterners that were at the top echelon of the military of masterminding that coup. But one thing is clear, in the military, no one particular section of the country will plan a coup without the input of other sections. It hardly succeeds.
Did you hear that? This is a Yoruba man, one of the analysts. These are the people that antagonize us sometimes on that their VOP. But the way he is speaking on this very issue, after what do they call him? Babangida has made his confession, and some of them are still holding onto that old narrative. But please, he's making it clear that that coup was planned by Nigerian officers, not by Igbo people, not Igbo. It has nothing to do with Igbo. Or it is still the same media that they use to preach that gospel. That everybody is suffering up today, that brought a needless war that go on fought against the Biafrans.
Okay. That's why the coup of Gideon Oka, the coup of this man that killed Murtala Mohammed, Dimka, you would notice that those two coups were primarily the elements in those coups were primarily from the present day North Central, Benue, Plateau, you know, not the core north, like the Northwest and Northeast. So, and coups are supposed to be swift. The moment you drag to a point that those who shouldn't know get to know about it, their coup has failed. And the consequence of a failed coup is clear. It's death. So now, when those coup and counter-coup came, the northern elements in the military started this idea of subjugating the southern elements, having taken power. Gowon was a lieutenant colonel when he was called to be the head of state, while there were brigadier generals. Then they were calling them brigadiers in the military. But they had to take a northerner in person of General Yakubu Gowon as the head of state. Obviously, the likes of Ojukwu, you know, the likes of Ademulegun, Banjo, those people were in the military. And they felt that if this thing should continue, they will not have a place in a united, supposedly united entity called Nigeria. And so, agitation started, and Gowon led the federal side, Ojukwu led his own side, and other elements from other sections of the country were there in Aburi. Aburi in Ghana was the venue where they had meetings. And there were terms of agreement at that meeting, which should have given autonomy to the Biafra Republic. And of course, there was a push for the southwestern states to also have their own autonomy. And those terms were agreed on. But as soon as Gowon got back to Nigeria, certain elements, both within the military and the civil populace, felt no, that there was no way they were going to agree to a section of the country staying away from the Union. And the elements that were there, started by Ojukwu, was already on the side of, yes, we are there. And suddenly somebody says, no, it won't work. They're not going to allow it. And trust me, Ojukwu was still a very young man at that time. And he felt, look, this is pure betrayal of trust. We trusted ourselves, and we didn't want any undue interference. That was why we took this thing to Ghana.
Outside the country.
And as a matter of fact, I've been to Aburi 2 times. You can't drive an ordinary car to Aburi because it's on top of the hill. So your car cannot just roll back. Once your car rolls back, it's dead.
Wow.
So these issues fundamentally was betrayal of trust. That we all agreed. We are all military men. As at the time Gowon became head of state, he was not senior in rank to Ojukwu.
That's part of the thought of being betrayed.
Now,
don't you think that the position of Yakubu Gowon now might be able to right some of the wrongs that was done at the time?
No, you see, what we are saying is, when there was a surrender in 1970, everybody, in fact, that was when they said, no victor, no vanquished. The casualty was more on the Biafra side than the federal troops in Nigeria. But the point is, at some point, there is no war that continues for centuries. There must be a point where there will be discussion on round table. For instance, look at what is going on in Russia and in Ukraine. There is no way they will not come to the round table anytime soon for them to resolve this matter. So when that war ended and there was resolution, that was why they came with 3 R's. Reconciliation, reintegration, and forgotten the third one now, I'll remember because of this show.
Now, I want you to respond to their assertion on General Gowon's comments.
You see, if he says it's a difficult war that they had to prosecute, for me, it's neither here nor there. We have seen countries break in history, even in recent times. Sudan and Southern Sudan broke up and they're still there. Eritrea broke up from Ethiopia and they're still there. In Great Britain, Ireland broke up and they're still there. Semi-autonomy is given to Scotland and Wales. They're still there. So, if these people were resolute and they feel they can stand on their own, we would have just resolved it amicably and let Biafra stand. Perhaps today we will not be talking about all these problems we have in Nigeria today, because at the end of the day, everybody will grow at its own pace. And I can tell you for free that if that thing had happened at that time, perhaps the Southern Protectorates would have come together, using leverage on the weaknesses and strengths, using the SWOT analysis, to come as a confederacy with a very weak center, and all the regions would have developed at its own pace. Maybe by now, the southeastern part of this country would have emerged as Singapore.
Okay, let's move away from that story because of time. Let's talk about the stance of the IPOB, because they are not going to stop talking anytime soon. Do you think the Nigerian government has been complicit in IPOB's claim of judicial bias and oppression, particularly in the case of Nnamdi Kanu's detention and prosecution?
You see, for me, Nnamdi Kanu's case is to some extent sub judice now, because it's in the open court and the trial has been ongoing. And the way we are trained in journalism is anything that is in the open court, you are not supposed to comment directly on it. But indirectly, we are looking at political issues. The truth about it is, I would suggest, it's a speedy trial now. I would suggest that we wait until the outcome and the resolution of this matter through the law, so that we can put... I like that statement made by the spokesperson. Powerful. That they are not seeking mercy, they are seeking justice. And that's the route this case is taking. Whatever judgment that is passed becomes a permanent resolution.
But the same Powerful has come to say that Nnamdi Kanu does not have a case to answer. He said that there's no case to answer as far as they are concerned. And in your words, yes, you agree with what he has said, that they are not seeking mercy. It's about justice, which should be the way to go. But how about the implication of this continued detention on Nigeria's national unity and stability?
As a matter of fact, I can tell you that the way the accelerated trial is going on, in matter of maybe 1 month or 2 months, they should have concluded this case and passed judgment.
Ideally. But do you see that happening?
I'm seeing it because they go to court almost every day now.
With a lot of evidences and counter evidences, with all of that coming.
In fact, it's like any time from now, if they resume, maybe tomorrow, in the next 1 week, the prosecution will close its case. And once it closes its case, the defense will come up, and in no time, the evidence against Kanu had been put forward. It is for the defense counsels to do what is right by cross-examining those people, and which they have started. So they will also bring up their own defense, and in no time, I am seeing this case being closed by next month.
Okay, let's talk about the government's response and international community. Ima Powerful has made a strong allegation saying that for the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, whoever it is that is encouraging the president to shy away from this case or not, have whatever authority he can to put on the case to ensure there's hastened prosecution, trial and judgment at the end of the day. Those are allegations according to some analysts. But what step do you think that the Nigerian government could take to address IPOB's demands and concerns, particularly regarding Nnamdi Kanu's release and the treatment of the Igbo people? Because it's sort of dicey at a time like this, because there are a larger population who will still come out to tell you that they are not part of the people seeking for a Biafra nation. So what can the government do?
You see, initially, my position on this issue is for us to find political solution to it. You know, the critical stakeholders in the southeast part of the country coming to see how they can talk government into ensuring that this thing is settled amicably and can be released so that he can reunite with his family and, and continue with his life. But over time, it took a lot of effort from few genuine Southeasterners who are not playing politics with the detention of Kanu. Perhaps if the major stakeholders in the Southeast had been united in the real sense of it to ensure that they come to whoever has the power to use political solution to resolve this matter, maybe Kanu would have even probably returned to Britain, where he's a citizen. But we have seen it, and governors in the Southeast have even said it on different occasions, that politicians are the reasons why Kanu is still in detention.
But if you say that people are playing politics with it, does that not further back the position of those that say that the call for a Biafra nation is not a general call from the Igbo descendants?
Now, you see, if Satan, as depicted in the Bible, comes to Nigeria today and proclaims himself Satan, he will have fellowship. I hope you know that. So the same way, not everybody in Biafra who is of Biafra extraction will believe in this cause. Just like when OPC started their wahala, Southwesterners didn't believe in this cause. As a matter of fact, as I sit here, when they went to say they wanted to overthrow government, when they went to Agodi about 2 years ago on a Saturday, when the house was not sitting, when the governor was not sitting, I looked at them as crazy, mad people. And so I was on television in another program, and I said those guys should not be let off the hook, that they should be arrested and probably charged for treason, because it doesn't really make any sense. Violence is not the only way you can get what you want. there's a way you pile pressure in such a way that people will know that, look, enough is enough. We need to listen to these people. So, for me, you are not going to have 100% Igbo extraction believing in that cause. But I can tell you, if they succeed tomorrow, you'll be shocked that those who didn't believe in it will be the one to say, yes, on Biafra we stand.
Wow.
That is where I want to stop it. I thank God they know that every single Biafran, including those criminals today who are pretending not to be Biafrans, that are sabotaging us, at the end of the day, they will all come on board. My only anger is anytime they try to compare our struggle with this, their OPC and whatever they are doing. They are to do what they say because they have not done anything. They are not comparing it with the Biafran struggle. Is just an insult. That is where I always get problem with them. But I thank God they are getting the message directly from us. And they know, even though they pretend, that every single person in the old Southeastern region, they are Biafrans. And once we get back home, every one of them will fall in line. They will fall in line. Even though they pretend today to support one thing or the other. They are all Biafrans and they know it. Some of them are having fear of the unknown. Some of them for their own selfish interests or whatever. They want to pretend. But I bet you we shall defeat them hands down. Go ahead, my beloved brother Maxwell. Go ahead.
Mazi Chicks, you see, who told this man that we are on the same page with OPC?
That is my anger. Each time he make that comparison, I just wonder what makes him give him that.
No, we are not on the same. We are not on the same page. You know, I said it severally. Yes, I said it severally. If the rest of the agitating groups in Nigeria have done half, 1/4 of what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and the Biafran people have done, there will be no Nigeria 5 years ago.
At all.
I am telling you the truth. There will be no Nigeria 5-10 years ago. In fact, there will be no Nigeria 1991-92 when I joined the army. There will be no. If they really recognized what the Biafran people have done all this time, tell me the most persecuted freedom fighters in the world, if not the Biafran people. And this particular one is being conjoined with the United Kingdom. Their interest group, those that has economic interests in the zoo, they are the people that is fanning the embers of fire for Nigeria to do what they are doing. They can fire us for all they care as long as gas and oil, crude oil is flowing. Human resources, the criminal elements, political class in Nigeria is sending their children paying so much in tuition. They will never let go. These are the people. I just heard on the news, was it a few days ago, that a newly elected senator in National Assembly, is it Sunday Katong? I think Katong should be from Nasarawa or Plateau State. Katong bought a house of about £400,000 in East London or North London, and that house has been seized because a lawmaker he followed the abracadabra system to send money. It didn't pass through the right channel. They passed through the forest, the Bureau de Change. They passed through the Bureau de Change. A lawmaker, the house has been seized in London. That is those people that say that they will be making good laws for us. As you follow them, they will make good laws for us. Wicked people, people that kick against due process. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was chased out. How can you build on nothing? He was kidnapped. He was chased out of his house. From Afaruku, in his father's palace. He was chased out. He ran away. They claim he jumped bail, but their court, in their honor, now said, "Oh, it was wrong. He was kidnapped, brought back to the zoo to face trial." How can you build on nothing? How can you build on fraudulent, foundation? Was it the process of law, due process of law, that brought Mazen Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya? You see, when I look at it, you see, anybody, we are not saying that everybody is supporting Biafra. No, but this man just re-echoed what we've been singing. If you say, the woman say, "Oh, vast majority of the Biafran people doesn't even want," is that what they told you? Okay, conduct a referendum now. Give us a referendum so that we will know. Why not give us a referendum? You say you won't give us a referendum. You are making unfounded, assertion. You see, so these are some of the things we need to. For me, I would have loved that these people would just recognize that Biafra is not a thing. And I my brother, I have to leave now because I have an engagement that I'm going to do right now. So I have to leave you. And I greet every one of you. May God continue to shower you people with blessings. May God continue to expand your wallets. May God continue to give you life so that all of us will march into that new Biafra, a sovereign nation that is going to be the big and the savior of the African race, the Akebulan race. Thank you so much for having me. My neighbors and my neighbors, I say Ayuko Unemela. Thank you so much. I love you all.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you so much. I appreciate you, my beloved brother Maxwell. I appreciate you for your wonderful job. Thank you so much. Let's hear from Ocean Monster. Go ahead, Ocean Monster. Speak to us. Let's hear you. Unmute yourself, Ocean Monster.
Ndewo Mazi. I greet you. You're really doing wonderful well. And
thank you.
Yesterday or the other day, I tried to come up, but the signal equated because I was on the road.
Okay.
Yeah. So because I couldn't discuss much. So I will come up later. Let me just be on the background while listening to him.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you.
1 minute. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So, my fellow Biafrans, as you all know, we are in this journey and we must continue to do whatever we have to do to make sure we get ourselves out from this contraption called Nigeria. A lot of things are going on. There is one other video I saw. Let me see if I can get that video up. That in this contraption called Nigeria, they sold their military jet. They sold their military jet auction. Military jet was sold auctioned. And they are today rallying around on how to recover it. What a shame. A whole country, some individual gathered themselves and they went and auctioned their military jet. I'm trying to see if I can find that video. I will find it and play it so that you can hear why we want to get out of the zoo. Before I get that video, let us allow, we have someone here, Omo Bosola Asabede. Thank you so much for joining. Go ahead and speak to us. Omo Bosola, go ahead and speak to us. Or meet yourself.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Can you hear me now?
Loud and clear, we can hear you.
Yeah, thank you very much for allowing me to come in.
You're welcome.
I just want to put things straight because I've always listened to your, to your presentation, and I have to give you a good mark. But the reason why I came in is about when they're talking about Yoruba. I just want you to know today that as I'm telling you now, Yoruba Nation has been declared on the 28th of November 2022. The document is there. This was done by Mrs. Modupeola Onitiri Abiola. You can check this thing out on Google. See, It is only
Yeah,
Nigeria.
I think I saw that declaration. I saw the declaration. I think I saw the video when that thing was done. I saw it. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, it is only colonial brainwashing arrangement called Nigeria that is hiding things from the people. Soon you will get to know. As I'm talking to you now, we had a proclamation of the Yoruba sovereignty on 12th of April, 2024. Yes, you see, everything that is going on, it will come to limelight soon.
Go ahead. We lost your voice. We can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
We can't hear you. We lost your voice. Please check again, recheck.
Yeah, somebody was trying to call me, so I've stopped that person. I've canceled. Sorry about that. Okay. So, you see, even, I'll tell you something. We had 5 million petition. Yes, that was in 2022. May 2022, we had 5 million petition. I will not take time, but I just want you to know that Yoruba sovereignty, we've had our sovereignty now. And as I'm telling you now, we have government. It is in Yoruba land now. We have parallel government.
Wow.
I'm telling you. Yes. We've got a provisional president. His name is Mobolaji Omokore. Yes.
Wow.
So you see, all these things that the illusion scheme called Nigeria is hiding, it will show soon. We had ambassador in 2022, if I'm not mistaken. We had an ambassador who represented us in United Nations. Yes. So all these things, his name is Mr. Stephen Fality. I'm telling you all these things. It's not that we're making story up. So when
I agree with you, because I know Nigerian government is playing down on so many things. You can imagine, even everything we are doing, they're playing it down. They play it. So I don't doubt what you're saying. I don't doubt.
We had a reclaim. We had a reclaim in December 2022, following our declaration on the 2022. Go and check this out on Google. As I'm talking to you now, our government will start. All the secretariat will be occupied by, Democratic Republic of the Yoruba. That is, go on Google, Democratic Republic of the Yoruba, for indigenous Yoruba people. Tinubu can hide as much as he likes because he is a puppet to the colonial masters. Yes, he can hide. I live in UK, and the King Charles, is aware that there is a nation called Yoruba. And when Mama, may God continue to help her, Modupe Ola Onitiri Abiola, she's MKO Abiola's wife. You see, the reason that they think that by fighting, by creating a war, that is how you can get your nation. No. Everything is not done by violence. And she has said that there will be no shed of blood. That's why is it when this so-called developed country, they are trying to depart, why didn't they fight? But when it turns to Africa, they say, oh, you have to fight, so that they will be able to sell their arms and opportunity for them to go into that nation and start taking their mineral resources. That's what she doesn't want any bloodshed. And so far, so good, we thank God. Everything has been going well. Nigerian government should come out and deny that they do not know that Democratic Republic of the Yoruba for indigenous Yoruba people has been declared. They should come out and say it. They should come. All the governors in 7 states. First of all, Ekiti, Ondo, Osun, Ogun, Lagos, all the Empire, which is made up of Kwara State and Kogi, they've all received letter from the Democratic Republic of Yoruba. We used to be Ominira Yoruba 2022. That is how we declared. Now, as I'm talking to you now, go and Google Democratic Republic of the Yoruba. I would not like to take, your time, but we don't. When the other guy was talking about OPC is not a nation. Ominira Yoruba.
That is my problem. You know, when they try to make the comparison, they talk about OPC is I can call it a vigilante group that was there.
Exactly. OPC is not a nation.
It's not a nation.
If you look at it, go to UN, they're talking about indigenous people. We are indigenous people. It is our land. And it's been existing before the amalgamation of 1940, which expired in 2014. As I'm talking to you now, Nigeria is illegal, whereby Democratic Republic of Yoruba is a legal nation. Map is there. Everything is there. So they can hide it. But sooner or later, what I'm telling you today is June 12th. June 12th is a very important day to me because I am the sister of Alhaja Kudirat Abiola. Oh. Yes, I am. So June 12th is very, very significant. Yeah. And I thank God that Abiola's blood shed, my sisters that they took alive, did not go in vain because nobody knows that one of his wife can come up and do this and take our sovereignty back. Okay? Thank you very much. But I am telling you today, Democratic Republic of the Yoruba is for the indigenous Yoruba people. And we have a parallel government running in what they call Southwest. There is nothing called Southwest. It's no longer Southwest. They can lie and lie and lie. There is nothing called Southwest. Thank you very much.
I appreciate you so much, my beloved sister. Thank you so much. You know, when we are talking about freeing ourselves from this enclave called Nigeria, people think it is about ethnicity. It's not about it. It's to save life. It's to save life. Every indigenous person in Nigeria has become an endangered person. We have to save ourselves. And it is good when we hear voices from place because some people think it's about Igbos. It's about Igbos. It's about Yoruba. It's about everyone is involved in this. And Nigerian government trying to play this thing down. They play it. But when people begin to hear our voice, that the Yorubas are out already. They are out doing what they are doing. And Nigerian government is playing it down. The Biafrans are out doing their own and they are playing it down. Even the Middle Belt, the same thing. But they are playing it down, pretending nothing is happening. For those criminals who are enjoying the fruit of the corruption, they keep other people down. We will continue to expose them with every single opportunity we have. Every one of us will continue to speak. The world is hearing.
Thank you, my brother. I will want to say something. Average Nigerians should check out. Why would the colonial brainwashing arrangement called Nigeria, why would they come to Chatham House in UK prior to election time? These people, they are still under colonial masters.
Exactly.
They are under colonies. And you see, everything that is happening in that so-called illusion scheme, control and command of the illusion scheme is still done by their colonial masters. There's nothing will change. I told people during the Buhari regime, I said it's going to be from fire pan to fire. Today, I am rejoicing because people are now saying that Buhari's regime is even better than...
It's even better, you can imagine. You can imagine to have a government that is better than that.
Because Nigeria is not controlled from Nigeria. Their colonialist is still there. British mainly. Nigeria, things they dictate to them. They put their puppets there. People should realize they put their puppets. Look at what they are doing to our brother in Burkina Faso. Because he wants his people's life to be better. These people doesn't want their life to be better. And for the people who are in Benue and Plateau, everything that is going there is from their colonial masters. Because what? They are all the same, like Fulani, they are land grabbers. They are land grabbers. But when we explain to people in whatever, they don't understand. They will say, oh, they were doing election. There is no election in Nigeria. It's selection.
Selection, absolutely selection.
There's nothing called election. It's selection.
Selection
so,
from England.
Go and get your voter's card. Is nothing. The colonial masters put their puppet there and they do their bidding. So, to the one Nigerians who are still expecting that Nigeria will be better, go and rethink. I am not going to come on board to lie. You see what I've said today is going to be there forever. And if I lie, it will be a shame on me. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you. Have a very blessed day. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you. We welcome you anytime. You are still free anytime. You can equally join us and hear your opinion. We must continue
I
to
will
speak.
be doing that. I will be doing that. Thank you so much once again. Thank you to and thank you to all the viewers. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. My brother Greg, are you there? If you're there, Greg, unmute yourself and speak to us. Greg, let's hear you.
Yeah, Maz. Well done. My greetings to our people who are listening and our people on the panel, those in the media room. Yes, we continue making the world to understand that we don't want any other thing but freedom. Freedom is not calling for war. When we say we want freedom, Nigeria have the opportunity to get things right, but they don't want anything that is right. Nigeria hates anything that has to do with honesty and discipline. Nigeria don't have moral from the local government to the presidency in Nigeria, from the eastern part to the northern part, from northern part to the southern part. Both the middle belt and both the Biafrans and the Oduduwa, all their politicians are 100% corrupt. These people are corrupt to the bone. So when we start talking about our freedom, majority of them that are in politics are they will be panicking because it's like taking food out of their mouth. When you remove a baby out of the mouth of a mother's breast, that baby will start crying. All the politicians in Nigeria see Nigeria as a chance. I have a very good friend who want to contest 2014. He used to come from Nigeria and he says in my place here. So he wants to go for Senate. So when he came here, he called me, he said, I have to support. He wants to go that I have to come and bring my support. That is a business. Politics is a business. That there is no year that not sharing more than 500 million naira. There's no year. So I have to come and invest. I will invest by supporting him. I have to support him by donating some buses for his campaign. So when he finished talking, I look at him, I say, is it you go in there? I say, anything you will make, when you make, eat it, don't give me. Anything you will make, if you make it, eat, don't give me. He say that is your everything, nothing, you don't ever take anything serious. I'm telling you that is business. You want to remain here in Germany. Many people are doing it. It's a business. You have to come up.
That is how politicians see it. Politicians see that thing as a business. That is what they do.
Choose, I'm not lying. I'm honest. I'm not lying. I'm not lying to you. I'm telling you 100%. I tell him, make it, eat the money, eat the profit. So, there is no single person that is, let me mention these things. No Nigerian that wants to go into military because he wants to serve Nigeria.
At all.
No Nigerian wants to enter into police because they want to serve Nigeria police. No politician is going into politics because he wants to serve Nigeria. No. So everything they do for them to go there is not because they want to serve or they want to make the life of a poor man or a common citizen better or to change anything. For them to go there is a business. So if somebody, if Nigerian police is 1,000, at least 99% enter there because they come out from school, they don't have job. Not that they want police. How many people want their family to enter to go into Nigerian police? How many to go into the Nigerian army? Nobody. Nobody. But they go there because of they are not going to change anything, but as a choice or as a career. But they're going there because they want to make money. The same thing in the politics. So that is what is happening in Nigeria. Why did I support Biafra freedom? I support Biafra freedom. Why? Because if they want to, as those of them is power today. If there is anything like Biafra, somebody like those of them cannot enter into any government house because he's a well-known criminal. Nobody will allow him to contest in anything in politics if we have Biafra. Because if somebody like Ozodema is there, he cannot stay there for 3 months. Because if he said if you do rubbish, all the Biafrans will organize and do boss to you and remove him. But they cannot do that in now. Because if you try to bring a due protest to change, to remove him, they will go and order, they will go and carry Fulani army. And they will start shooting everybody. Before you know it, that protest will turn into a problem and everybody will go home. He will still remain in power. So, but if Biafra come today, Biafra people know which person how their characters are, know every of them and know what they can do. So they will not allow a criminal to come and rule them. And any person that entered there, Biafrans will just sieve him like a rice where they're trying to remove sand. So he will not be able, you cannot stay in Biafra government to make money. It will not be possible for him. We will remove him very easy. That is why I support my own mainly reason for supporting Biafra is when we have Biafra, Biafra will not accommodate a criminal to rule them. It's not possible. It's not possible. We will see what is happening with Ogenkere and Otongozo Ravez. Everybody knows each other. We know what you can do. So you cannot force yourself to us into Biafrans to rule them. No. We will know your history. We will be able to know where you came from and know how your history, the school, and how you grew up, just like the Europeans here. From your childhood, from your kindergarten, they will start writing your history. So that is the way we will do it, and everybody will know what you have done and how you make your money and how you got your level in the politics and education. It's not just like where do Tinubu will go and forge the result and come and present. Nobody will ask him, and he will become whatever he wants, and he becomes Nigerian president. Nobody will ask. But this one, if you are the Biafra, and the same thing will happen in the Yoruba land. Yoruba will not allow if they have to do the West State today. Tinubu cannot come. Somebody like Tinubu, who is the child and promoting the Agboros and all those, they cannot come and do the Yorubas. Okay, look at when Tinubu is coming out as a president, a whole professor of law, the former vice president to Bangida of Buhari.
Yemi, what is that name? The vice president. We can't hear you anymore. We can't hear you. Greg, we lost your voice. We lost you, Greg. Greg, we lost you. You are talking about Yemi Osubanja, right? We lost you, Greg. We lost you. You can go out and come back in. We lost you. And we will continue. You see, when we talk about the atrocities of the Zoological Republic, it's a place that somebody cannot be. In that contraption called Nigeria, there is nothing to count home about. It will only get worse. It will only get worse. Check from independent till date. See, from that first independent, that forced amalgamation till date, it has always been retrogression. There has never been any progress. And it will continue. So I thank God that people are moving out. No matter how Nigerian government try to cover these things, it will always come out. I knew that there are formidable Ududua people that are doing something formidable and tangible. And I thank God our sisters have come here to explain, and the world are listening. And the Biafrans, we are out already. We have made our declaration. And today we are pursuing a recognition and full restoration on ground. And that is where we are. And I want us to listen to this video. You will see what is happening in the Nigeria. Why no sensible person no sensible, reasonable person will like to be part of this entity called Nigeria. Let's listen to this.
That went to Zaria, and there is even a letter to that effect informing them that we are coming, and we are coming this time around specifically on the issue of the helicopters. Therein, we are provided with all the technical details of these helicopters. Technical details. As of then, one of the helicopters just clocked 42 hours, another 46 hours thereabout. And this helicopter, for it to have a turnaround maintenance, must clock about 10,000 hours. So we know what we are talking about. I'm paying because as a result of this, a lot of people have died, Nigerians have died, soldiers have died, who are desirous of having these helicopters. And we even told them, they even provided to us the maintenance they've done thus far. One was about 500 and something thousand, another was about 500 and something thousand. And we told them, okay, since this is a government property, and it's another government establishment that is interested, because the argument they were giving for auctioning it was because it was not being put into use. Now a government institution have come over to say, okay, we want it. Something as very important as that. No proof, not documented. You are just telling us that an auction took place, this. You can't even remember who the people, you can't even remember your own constituents. Federal.
Imagine, Nigerian Air Force, their plane, 2 helicopters was auctioned. 2 helicopters were auctioned for no just cause. Some group just came, auctioned it, took the money and put it in their pocket. And that is what they're investigating.
Ministry of Aviation, you can't even remember who came. Something is wrong. As far as I'm concerned, most likely it was just a charade.
Said the auction of the 2 helicopters was conducted successfully on the 24th of May for a sum of $1.2 million only. See attached evidence. Even though you did not put that here, but in your internal memo, you admitted that you collected $1.2 million for the helicopters. Can you see it? I don't know. Should I come and show you? No. You have seen it? Yes. So you concluded this transaction in May. You collected the dollars in May. The same May that they did advert in the newspaper.
No, the auction was done in May.
We are saying the same thing.
Yes, but payments.
You did your advert in May.
Payments were not done in May.
Your letter says
payments. This is an internal memo from procurement seeking approval to pay commission.
No, that's not.
Yes, that is the memo that you are referring to.
Yes. Seeking approval. That means before you can ask for approval to pay commission, that means payment must have been made.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying now.
No, please.
You have received the dollars.
Let's look at this memo was dated 15th of June. That's after
Answer the question that I asked. Answer my question.
Sorry, Honorable Chairman.
Yes.
As far as the document, the equivalent in Naira at the prevailing exchange rate were what was paid to the college accounts, which were remitted to CRF.
So who collected the dollars?
Dollars.
So why did they say they sold it for $1.2 million?
Because that is what it was auctioned for. $1.2 million.
So
payments at prevailing exchange rate.
It's our decision that the
Nigeria.
Ministry of Aviation will take steps to recover those helicopters as soon as possible and report back to the house. But from here,
these are the helicopters they sell to terrorists. They will sell it to terrorists. Terrorists will use it to be supplying arms in their different bases. They took their own property and they auctioned it to the terrorists. The same thing they are doing in their barracks. Today, they will tell you Boko Haram overrun barracks and took billions of dollars worth ammunition. This is how it happens every blessed day. And some of you are still jumping up Nigeria. You want to be part of Nigeria.
because the head of quality assurance lied on oath right inside the chambers, and the auctioneer presented fake documents to us. The sergeant at arms shall take them to our police post. Their statements will be taken, and the investigation should start from there. Asuru.
That is the drama you see in the zoo. They will never stop their drama, their lie propaganda. For us, Biafra, we are already gone. Biafra declaration has been done on the 29th of November 2024, and we are standing our ground, pursuing our recognition. We are now a sovereign state. It doesn't matter. I thank God the Oduduwa people also are sovereign, and the whole world is listening. Gradually, we are going to take over our land. We will take over our land. Every occupying force representing the zoo in our land, we are going to send them packing in a short while. And nothing is going to stop us. I appreciate everyone that have been with us on this program, and we are going to be rounding it up now with our closing remark. My brother Greg was having an issue on his network before. So my brother Greg, just give us your closing remark as you round up your talk so that we can be able to close up.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much. It's network. Yeah. So as I was saying that it's better every region go on their own and become the independent. I want to use the opportunity to call on our Yoruba brothers to be more serious about it. Declaring Oduduwa is a different thing, and starting on what you declare and defend it is another thing. He cannot declare it and say they think that Charles will come and tell you to go. Or Queen tell you, okay, because you have declared it, you have to rise up and stand on your feet to defend your distance. It's not you declare independence and you leave people your territory. The people you say you declared it for come and
brother Greg, don't go to that direction. Don't go to that direction. The defense of their land and how they do it depends on them. They are not the one to dictate for them the way they pursue. We go our own way, the way we want to go our own path, and they do their part the way they want to go about it. It's not compulsory that we must have to do the way we are doing. So it is in their hand to decide how they are going to defend.
How they want to do. Okay. Thank you for that direction. So it's the same thing to encourage all our people who are seriously doing the needful to fight for freedom to continue, because the kind of corruption that is in Nigeria is something somebody cannot imagine. Because this helicopter you're talking about now have been sold already before they started talking about the auction. So all those things is just to fulfill the all righteousness that they did they did auction. But the people who they want to give it to already knew they have paid even money already. That's what they're trying to say. And why did they do it like that? They want to make sure that police doesn't have any helicopter or army, so that they will not fight anything terrorist. So we want to remove those things out from the military and the police, so that they will be empty to fight the military. That is why you see them auctioning those things. They're not auctioning it because they want to auction it to buy the better one. No. So they auction it so that the police and military will be frustrated in fighting the Boko Haram and the ISIS. Yeah. So that is what you see in that place. So to continue telling our people, please stand on your feet. I think tomorrow, according to what I heard, is going to be our PM's another day in the court. So we continue praying for him that heaven will stand on his side and finish what he has started. God will never allow us. Our fight is a cause, well, it's a just fight. We don't hate anybody, but because of the hatred, the evils, and the Biafrans suffer all the whole part of Nigeria. That's why we want to go. They kill us where we go, and they come on our father's home again, our father's land, our mother's land, and then the same thing, they started killing us again. So we cannot stand when we go out, you kill us. When we come in our father's house, you still kill us. No. So the best thing is for us to say, enough is enough. Stay in your house. We are going to stay in our home, and let us be free from you. Any day we want to see as a brother, as a neighbor, when we have it, then everybody will treat each other with respect. So the earlier, the better the Nigerian government understand it and give us what we are asking, and allow us peacefully than shedding blood of the innocent people every time, every day. So let them allow us to go. Let our people go, and we will go and worship our God. So thank you, Mazichus, and let every peace to all Biafrans, and peace and unity to Biafra, United States of Biafra, as we move. Thank you, and God bless.
Bless you too. Thank you so much, my brother Greg. I appreciate you for your constant and wonderful contributions to the platform. Thank you so much, and stay blessed. Let's go to our beloved sister, Omobosala. Give us your closing remark. We are rounding up, and I see you are back again. So give us your closing remark and add your speech so that we can be able to round up. Go ahead, my sister Omobosala.
Thank you so much for giving me another opportunity to come on board. And I would like to seize this opportunity to thank everybody who has participated in this today's presentation. You see, there is something I want people to believe in. You know, aggression or all this kind of a thing that we all know that the illusion scheme Nigeria has, you know, if they don't shed blood, if they don't do, they're not running a democratic government. Okay, so the reason why people doesn't know, and I want you to know something today. I am a Yoruba person. When we started this journey about Yoruba nation, there are people I don't want to be mentioning their name, but now they're not in control. I'll tell you, because you see, where you see good people, that's where you see traitors.
Exactly.
I don't. People. I mean, so many people think that because somebody has started it, I don't want to be. You people will know. I don't want to start mentioning it. But if you want to know the truth about what is going on in Yoruba land, especially with Democratic Republic of the Yoruba, the only person you can think of is Mrs. Modupeola Onitiri Abiola. That is it. All the letters she has written to all the nations, you know, that she think that they have to know. It is always contact me, Mrs. Modupeola Onitiri Abiola, and our provisional president, Mobolaji Omokore. This is not a thing that we can hide. Go on internet, go on Google. You see, like my brother was saying that I don't want to, refer to what my brother said earlier on. You see, we are on the line, and sooner or later, everybody will see it. Sooner or later, all the government, all the whoever call themselves governors, legally they will be removed with no bloodshed. So I want to take this opportunity to wish every one of us, all the best in what we're doing. We should continue to know that freedom will come, and it has already there. But don't let us do it in a very aggressive way, in an aggressive way, because this is what this government of no nation, no country that doesn't have, sovereignty, that's what they want. You see, their armies will not go to Sambisa forest to go and face the terrorists. But when people come out to say this is our right, they will put their armies out, they will do everything. So please, let us be peaceful in whatever we're trying to achieve. And I wish everybody the very best of luck. Like I said, anything to do with Yoruba sovereignty, please, Mrs. Modupe Olonitiri Abiola is in charge. You can be saying that, oh, some people started it. We all see that. Some of them now, they are working for Tinubu. Yes. Sorry, but they are working for Tinubu. If you see any Yoruba person that come out now and say they are protesting for Tinubu coming in 2027. Yes. If you see any Yoruba protest now, it's for Tinubu 2027. There is no protest in Yoruba land because Yoruba sovereignty, Democratic Republic of Yoruba, for Yoruba people, for indigenous Yoruba people, has been established. I am saying it now and now. We have parallel government in Yoruba land. Thank you very much, and I hope to join you in your other presentation soon. Thank you very much. Thank you, the listeners. I wish every one of us a very blessed day. Bye for now.
Thank you so much, our beloved sister. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for your wonderful contributions and being part of us. I thank you so much. Thank you and remain blessed. My brother Christian, you are coming late and you're going to take the mic, summarize everything you have to say and give it as your closing remark. My brother Christian, you are there.
Choose.
No.
Yeah, came when you are rounded up. But sometimes when I called you, it's difficult to get through. So, but I will definitely try to call you. I don't know if you can give me your convenient time. I mean, when you so that we can talk. I mean, huh?
Yeah, you can call anytime. You can call me anytime. Once I see your call, I'm going to pick it.
Good. All right. I will try and do that. But then, since you're rounding up, let me just make it briefly. I appreciate the fact that this our Yoruba sister came in, and I also appreciate how you let Brother Greg to know that we shouldn't be the one to prescribe
exactly
to them how to go about their affair, because every situation is unique.
Yes.
Our situation as Biafrans in Nigeria is different. It's unique, different from the situation of the Yorubas, right? Therefore, I will not want to, like you said, I accept that very much. I will not come and tell them how to go about this thing. And they shouldn't come to and tell us how to go about it, whether peaceful or not peaceful. Peaceful when we should, I know how they pen and where they pen them, right? Yes. Because one thing is clear from history, especially in the so-called third world countries, nobody is going to give you freedom, just by talking, or nobody. Absolutely no history, no any history has shown that is possible. So, all right, but so that is, I just want us to keep that in mind. I will not tell Yorubas how to go about their Oduduwa. That is up to them. And I like how you made it clear so that we Biafra don't tell them how to go about it. And they shouldn't tell us they shouldn't come and tell us how to be peaceful or this or that. No. Right. Let us, So that is one thing. But in terms of, for the Biafrans, it is obvious to the Nigerian government, it's obvious to the entire world that the Biafrans have determined, they've made up their mind that they had enough. They've rejected Nigeria. That is very obvious. From our actions, it's obvious for you. You can pretend all you want, because when we call for sit at home, the people obeys. And so when they come online, my voice will come out, bro.
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. We can hear you. We can hear you.
Right. For those coming out to say, like many of them, lots of them, they always come out to say, oh, that the people who don't want Biafra are more. They keep saying it, but that is pure deception.
We
because
should
this
conduct
is
referendum now.
Yeah,
Conduct
exactly.
referendum.
But have you not seen their pattern? None of them, and I don't think that they are stupid. They are just being mischievous. They are just mischievous because they never say. Nobody ever like counter one another to say, like that woman who was speaking with the Yoruba guy on that VOP. One would have expected her to say, but the only way it can be provable is to give the referendum. That is what happens all over in a civilized world, a place where normal people live. That is what happens. In the UK here, it happens and again and again and again. And
I expected her to ask that question in that very VOP program that I played. That program I expected her to ask that question, to say that.
No, but they won't, bro. No, they won't, because they are hiding. Because they are hiding from the truth. They know the truth. And these are people, these are a bunch of reprobates. And you see, Tinubu, well, it's happening real time before our very eyes. If, God forbid, if Tinubu finishes and they even, let's just hypothetically, they bring P2B, they will still complain. P2B will be still worse than Tinubu. I mean, I'm telling you the gospel truth. And they will, and people,
the worst of the worst.
And the same Zoo people will be telling you, oh, they will begin to praise Tinubu, just like they are telling you now that Buhari was better. You see how it goes, but they never learn, because they can never learn. There's something fundamentally wrong with the people. It's just sad, because now Peter B, if he comes, they will tie him up completely. The caliphate that is being the British handed over the country to them.
Going to be worse.
The British handed the country to the caliphate. People can't be so scared or shy away from truth. You have to speak. You have to say the truth. You say you speak, you die. You not speak, you will die. They handed the country to them on what you can call quid pro quo. That is what happens. That we will let you take charge, take over the country. If you want to Islamize it, everybody become Islamic Caliphate. That is your agenda. They say yes, okay, we give you all the power, we give you all the support, and we look away and we try to block every loophole on international level using their global influence to make sure that the world look away while you take over the whole country. And in return, we will have access to oil and gas in the country. That is what happens. I've lived here for so long, so I know these things. But the fact that most people they know, but for whatever reason they continue to delude themselves. But the thing is, bro, let me not take too much time because you are rounding up. Then I will try and call you. We'll have a talk, a more serious talk. Then from there we'll see how moving forward how it goes. Thank you so much, and God bless, bro.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for that wonderful, wonderful conclusion. And with that, we have come to the end of the program today. I appreciate every Biafran that have participated on this program. All the speakers that have joined us, both our sister that joined from Oduduwa land. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect every one of us. Give us more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. I pray that Chukwu Okike Abiama will guide and protect our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Oreboweze. I pray for our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko, for more wisdom, knowledge, understanding, for divine protection, for divine security, for safety. I pray for his freedom as soon as possible. I pray for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Wherever Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is, I pray for him, for his strength, pray for his knowledge, wisdom, understanding, for protection, pray for long life and prosperity. I pray for strength, divine security for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. No weapon formed or fashioned against us as Biafrans shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our leaders shall prosper. Thank you for being part of this program. See you tomorrow, same time. And remember, tomorrow, our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, hopefully will be in court tomorrow. So we will try as much as possible to talk about the information that we'll get, and hopefully we'll bring it as it comes. Thank you so much and stay blessed. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, my dear, on the beat. don't tell she the new for grave where my uche day. Papa Emeka, don't blind from growing. Pikin don't fall, now watch up, I'm raw. Me self, they shake my hand, no feel. Yesterday we laughed, today I just we more. If we don't stop this night where we they share, tell me who go sing for the ones we know, babe.
She need the voice from under the soil. Brother, no let my blood turn to oil. Little Ada they ask where my papa go. Her small hand they shake, she knows I be this woe. I beg my people see this fire we burn. Now our house they blaze, now our future they turn. We go tell their ghosts we no go fail you. If we hold this love, that death go burn you.
No, make we try yo. Back up in the day.
I beg my people see this fire we burn. Now our house they blaze, now our future they turn. We go tell their ghosts we no go fail you. If we hold this love, that death go burn you.
Oh, make we try yo.
Back up joins with the trembling. Oh, hey. If we no join now, our children go so.
Truth is plain to see. If you want freedom, take pride in your country. If you want democracy, hold on to your sovereignty. And if you want peace, love your nation. Wise leaders always put the good of their own people and their own country first. The future does not belong to globalists. The future belongs to patriots. The future belongs to sovereign and independent nations who protect their citizens, respect their neighbors, and honor the differences that make each country special and unique. It is why we in the United States embarked on an exciting program.
Now therefore, the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic Government in exile, His Excellency Simon Jaku, by virtue of the authority and pursuant of the issues and principles recited above, do hereby solemnly proclaim that the territory and region under the 40 confederating states of Biafra, together with her continental shelf and territorial waters, shall henceforth regain her independence and act as an independent sovereign state with the name and title of the United States of Biafra.
Thank you. We have heard of all the grievances that have been read here today. The untold hardship of our people that they have gone through, the lives that the lives that have been lost, the lives that we are still losing. As a member of cabinet, I stand here to affirm, on the basis of the grievances and of the referendum, for our forefathers, for this generation, for the next generation to come, I affirm the declaration and restoration of the United States of Biafra.